attention.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know if he's going to play something else.
You good?
Yes. I want to welcome y'all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most. Normal ass Carl to my front. I have my man at Just Lex. And also to my front right, I have my man Dunzo.
And
you guys know what it is. It's your boy Dunzo, a.k.a. Top 5 Dominicans with a front taper.
Yeah.
A.k.a. the Husky Hustle. You know what time it is.
There we go. Oh, it's been a while since you sat in here with Zoe.
No,
usually he's your
people thought we was
replacement.
the same version.
Yeah. I would have thought y'all been in the same room, but the way that his tagline threw you off right now.
No, I was thinking because I thought he was he listens to a lot of It's the Real.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if do you listen to It's the Real?
I know what It's the Real is.
Okay.
I listened to enough of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the funny thing is Jay? Would you gonna toss it?
That's a lot of red cups.
I know. The funny thing is Jay wasn't able. Appreciate you. The reason Jay wasn't able to make it because she was having a date night with her husband, and she said that he asked to extend the time. So I was like, yeah, that's dope.
Is that hate
on my behalf? No. Nah. How often do you go on date night?
No, I'm saying he didn't want her to come up. He only said, "Hey, I'm gonna take y'all on Sunday, so you ain't gotta hang out with them too."
Oh, we landing here? All right, here we go. Let's land then.
I respect him more if that's the case.
Yeah. I would say if you do have a chance to go out somewhere, Sunday evening is the best. You don't have to deal with Saturday crowds, Friday night crowd, young crowd out. They probably picked this day for a reason. Like, I think it was worth missing. So I would have did the same to y'all if I, didn't run this shit. If Lex knew how to do all this shit, I'd be like,
my energy low today.
Yeah, no, it's cool. He saw you, was like, thank you.
I heard him through the door. I was like,
it's either gonna wake you up or he's gonna carry you out here. Flu game right now, man. But yeah, Zoe was at the house and he was like, yo, I need a haircut. And he had been chasing me all day. And I was like, look, man, I'm gonna try to get home because I'm going out of town one of these days. I ain't gonna say which one it is. I'm going out of town, so I had to get my fit together. And I was like, bro, look, I gotta piece my shit together. And that's gonna lead me into what my issues are with the world. But I'm gonna get there. So I was like, look, bro, you might as well like come and pod. He's like, shit, I'm with it. I was like, I'll take you back to the house or something. You ain't got to worry about it. So yeah, man, make life easy. But yeah, how y'all been? Everybody good?
Just working.
There you go.
same old.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody's doing some fun stuff right now. That's cool.
It's good to see as a coach. It's good to see when the work starts paying off.
Okay.
Because at practice, you're like, man, y'all are trash. What are y'all doing? All the yelling, all the mistakes.
Yeah.
But then we go to a scrimmage against people we don't know, who don't know the plays before we call them or whatever.
And you just hoping they work.
You see the holes open up, touchdown, all the way to they listening. Like, oh, these motherfuckers do listen.
You know what's funny? Was I talking to you? No, we were talking to somebody else. Never mind. You were there, though, so it doesn't even matter. Not going to bring it up.
No, right.
Yeah. So you just been working? Any cool events or anything like dope that you've been doing? Look, man, we're two like men with kids, bro. So we supposed to be living through you right now.
I've been outside all summer. I don't know how I feel about it. It just
all
my friends are getting married, are having kids, are doing the most.
How was it flying into Mexico?
I have no problem.
Was that for a bachelor thing?
No, I went to a bachelor party on Friday though. I'm gonna be gone for the weekend.
But going in there like it was cool.
Yeah, I mean I fly down to Mexico numerous times already.
See, I have a little look because of where I work at. I know how what's going on in their government right now. I think they had a new political regime, and that shit's all fucked up.
I mean, people say that, but I'll say this. I'm a South Bay baby. My thing is this: I've always been taught this: go where you're supposed to go, keep your head down, and don't do the extras. Like I'm going through the airport. There's a bridge. There's federales everywhere. There's really nowhere to do extraness unless you choose to go out. Like get to where you're supposed to take off on this plane and land. And then do the vice versa.
How do you find it if it's in a different language? Or are you just rolling with people that speak Spanish?
I mean, I can navigate through the Tijuana airport by myself. I can do that. There's a lot of it is they have some English things in there. It's not just they're aware Americans are coming over.
You just look at the state or city, whatever you're going to go to. And then the
difference is I feel like people just don't have any internal compass. That.
Nah, but I'm saying you dropped me off from Germany, man. I'm good luck because all that's Franz.
But yeah, that's different.
Frankfurt.
If where I'm where we're all from in San Diego, if you can't navigate some way through the Spanish language, that's a you problem. I've been here 30 years. If you can't get across a bridge that's in a building, then you
that part I could do. I've definitely made it across. It's just flying in another country, getting on another plane that rarely happens.
The programs are in English for the most part.
Okay, they cater to us.
They know Americans are coming over, so like we flew Volaris this last time instead of Autobus, and Volaris is owned by Spirit, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh shit, that'll make me feel good.
No, but like
They out here in different countries.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper. Bigger seats. You know, what I mean, you just got to. It's the same thing as Spirit though. You have to like.
They got
upgrade
hidden
everything.
fees in Spanish?
Nah, it's pretty upfront, but like you pay for everything though at the same time. But it's also cheaper. Like I took a 3.5 hour flight for $315 round trip.
I don't even know if that's a good price.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
the
if
last
that
time
is.
I've
I
been on a
know.
plane.
315's kind of crazy, but I don't. But again, he's going to
But
somewhere
today,
else.
that might be a good price.
Yeah, it might be true versus all the other prices that they have up there.
Yeah, like the same. Like I got mine for $315. My boys did theirs for when I went to Sayulitas in Mexico earlier this year. They got theirs in February. I waited till like 2 weeks before I was supposed to leave, and I got it for like maybe a little bit more than $315. But they paid like $197.
Okay, that's cheap.
Yeah.
yeah. 315 last minute is pretty good. Then,
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
there
Yeah,
we
I'm,
go.
on my, yeah. I'm like
That's like a flight to Miami, like maybe like 2 weeks before, and
I'm last minute.
and that's one flight.
I'm last minute airlines all the time. Like I haven't even bought my flight back from where I'm going, and
That's
I gotta
not a-
land on Monday.
That's like one of the things you should definitely not do last
Nah,
minute.
man, you worry about your offense. I'll worry about my defense.
See, this is what I was trying to tell him. He
I'm
was
just
telling me
saying,
that.
like, price-wise.
Oh yeah.
okay, that's valid. But it's, we gonna make it. We gonna
I'm
figure
not
it
saying
out.
like, oh, you can't find a ticket. I'm just saying like, they tell you, hey, it's going. You wait 2 weeks before. We got all the
He
leverage.
said that.
Yeah, them.
I feel you.
That's Tuesday's Zoe's problem. Sunday's only worried about that.
That's crazy because that shit probably about to hit for like 300. You lucky ain't nothing popping off this weekend.
Nah.
Dang, your generation is so crazy. So we were
No,
talking
but
about
the difference
that.
is so like
Nah, 'cause
I
I'm gonna
got
make
a
it
plug
worse.
everywhere. Like I just told you, I got a free room in Vegas for Sunday.
That's true. I mean,
like,
fuck, man, you losing your savings paying on the flight back though.
From Vegas.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll say this: for a short trip, I will never get back on Spirit ever again.
I would never pay $250 for a Vegas flight.
I'll never get back on Spirit again. I am
Just to
flying,
go to Vegas?
I'm
Fuck
going
no.
to my Frontier flight with my insurance. There was $63,
And you pay for insurance.
it was $11.
He wasn't sure he won't go.
No, I always pay for the insurance. Who doesn't pay for insurance?
Me?
for a plane ticket?
I know
Or
I'm
any of my
going.
tickets.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Why do you buy insurance for a flight?
No,
I need
I'll
to know.
say, no,
we partying today.
Well, because I looked at
Because
see,
he's
this is the
last
problem.
minute poppy, so he might get something else
Yeah,
going on.
exactly. And also, I'm like, I can
to buy a ticket last minute and insurance though, don't kind of go
Nah, I
hand in
can
hand
tell.
together.
I can tell.
That's fucking crazy.
I can tell when niggas never read terms or conditions. But
Well, I made every fucking flight.
And
No,
then Disney
no.
motherfuckers about to
no,
find out.
no. But here's my thing though. One, I know what I'm flying. I'm flying Frontier.
Okay.
So this flight could get delayed, it get pushed back. So they say you're supposed to get up to $40 cash. That new law. That's not a
Oh,
guarantee.
if you insure the flight.
If you don't, they say you're supposed to get. But if you do, it's guaranteed.
Don't they give you something anyway if they fuck up your shit?
But for $11, I can insure that like a airline that was a little 50-50 on things sometimes, I'm getting reimbursed.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that you want to be reimbursed for something that you already paid for that they didn't deliver to you?
I don't know if I'm gonna the flight get pushed back to 8:00. I'm supposed to land.
I don't know why I'm arguing with you about $11, but still at the same token,
Also,
$11.
I stand by this. I used to feel like the insurance thing was sucker worthy, and then March 15th, 2 days before the pandemic happened, it was March 15th. I bought about $1,100 worth of NBA tickets. I was going to go see the Mavs, Clippers, and then the Clippers, Pelicans, Zion's rookie year, I want to say. And then the pandemic hit. I went to LA. I had Airbnb. I was stuck there basically. You know what I mean? Like NBA had shut down that day.
yeah.
So I was like, damn, I'm never this was a waste of money. I forgot that I bought ticket insurance. So when it came back to me, StubHub gave me 120% refund, and I got a check for like $400 to the insurance company. Even though initially they tried to say pandemics aren't covered by your
Weren't
insurance.
they wrong?
Yeah,
They
were
would've
like,
That
gave
shit
you
like
that shit
four
back in
four
the day.
years of hardship. They start giving that shit out at
yeah.
work.
So at that point, ever since that happened, because I could have been SOL, I buy insurance on everything. Because you just never know.
I feel like you would have got your money back still, though. That's the part that I guess you got extra shit, right? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, for $11, I ain't got to worry about it.
That's so crazy. After 30 purchases, you're going to be breaking even.
It
again.
makes sense though.
Yeah, it does.
When,
Like,
when I went to last time I picked him up, and he's like, "Man, what are you doing? Go on toll road?" And I said, and he's like, "Man," he just
I
threw
pay
over
for
the
bro.
car.
If time is money, I can always get more money. I can get more time.
here she go. What's
I
up,
feel
man?
you.
What's good, mother love?
Almost SOL when we went.
Mom, they can't hear you. You can't tell a whole story
We gonna
right
get
now.
we gonna get you a
You
side podcast.
can't do
going.
that. I know, for real.
But when he didn't buy insurance,
Mom, no one else can hear you on the mic. You know, it's just us.
We'll get you on
Alonzo
segment.
can hear me. It's crazy.
Oh,
Look, that whole warranty situation, that's why she got up, because she like getting duped by those, right? And here's the thing, like if you get a warranty on something, you got to read the fine print and then weigh the cost benefits. For example, when I bought my wife's car or whatever, bro was like, oh, we're going to give you a 2-year warranty on this. Or no, that's not what happened. What happened was there was an extra $4,000 on that car. And then the lady at the bank, who was my mom's friend, was like, you know that car is overpriced right now. I said, what are you talking about? She's like, on the market right now, it's going for like 18. This was before COVID hit. She's like, oh, it's going for 18. And he's like, he's trying to get you for it for like 22 or whatever, like before tax, right? She was like, and I said, yo, what's the extra $4,000? He said, oh, that's the insurance. I said, what insurance? Oh, 2 years for electronic, 2 years to cover the bumper to the
They do that all
the bumper
time.
in the back.
I take that shit off every time.
And I asked him, I said, bro, take it off. He didn't want me to take it off. Obviously, they make money for it.
That's where their biggest chunk comes from.
Yeah, motherfucker wanted to argue with me. I said, all right, let me just ask you this question, right? The point of insurance is in case something happens, right? If you're telling me that something is going to happen in the next 2 years of buying this car, I don't need to buy this car. Right? Just point me to the car that ain't gonna break in 2 years. Oh, I'm not saying that. Then take the shit off then. Right? You probably never heard of that before. We argued and then later on we got back to, being normal. But like if you don't ask those type of questions and shit like that, why are we getting insurance? On a ring, I understand it. Get insurance on a wedding ring. On a vehicle in terms of an accident, absolutely, because they can run that check up over there. But like simple things, I just never understood it. You said what?
And it's the law.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying but yeah, shit, people don't follow that shit. You talk about it's the law. Ain't nobody following that sometimes, man. You know how many times I see people get in an accident and somebody didn't have insurance?
I'm just saying though, but it's like you supposed to have insurance.
And that's a stat they can never really keep. Like how many people don't have insurance? Like there's millions of Americans driving around without it. So, listen, hit my hand class, man. Hopefully shit works. You got a nice long extended cord. You're good. No, he got the 12. Wait,
Hey, you saw my face? You saw my face?
The next
I
thing
was
is
like,
crazy too because it is a 12-footer now. He got the.
It's a technical foul.
This week in music. So look, I was talking. Look, he's so excited, man. We haven't talked about music in a minute.
Wasn't trying to talk
I
about
know
this
y'all
week.
were doing autobiographies. Y'all
the
brought
whole nine, man. So me and Zoe were in the house, and we were talking about like rap eras and shit like that. And then I got into it, not into it, but I got into it in terms of speaking with my boy Doug. He sent me, some Nipsey stuff. Rest in peace, Nipsey. He sent me some Nipsey stuff, and then Black Sam did an interview, so he had sent that too, and I had missed it. But I was like, damn, man, like this is very like it's one of those things where it's a nostalgia thing now when you think about Nipsey and like his heyday. Because to me, I would have said 2014, 2015, 2016. Yes, it was like where for people where he wasn't major.
Yeah.
That's where people like we fucked with him heavy before Victory Lap.
Yeah. 100%.
You get what I'm saying? So like, and then he had music. I never knew that he had music back in like 2008.
Yeah.
There was a mixtape that he had, and the rhyme patterns that he was on back then. I was like, yo, people don't normally say this about Nip because we respect him, but I feel the same way about Jeezy. That I don't feel like Nip is going to bar you to death. He's gonna give you a culture or paint a picture or a story about something that can make it come to life, right? But
it's the feeling, not the bars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But 08 him had bars. Like he had rhyme pattern schemes and shit like that. I was like, damn, this is different from like the Nip we knew. So like when I think of Nip, I think of like, swag rap story, legitimacy. Like he not just faking this shit. And I was telling Zoe, I was like, the crazy part is like, I was listening to Ja Rule, every little thing that we do. And I was like, this was back when you can get some gangster-ish shit off. For a while, some people thought Ja was kind of hood, right? Before 50 came. And I said, what 50 did to Ja in that time period wouldn't be deemed as cool anymore. Like, we wouldn't give a fuck to that magnitude when a beef like that happened.
Well, yeah, because no one got shot.
It's a good point, too. Absolutely. But even this... technically, somebody got shot at
no,
Drake's house, and we
no.
just like, somebody got shot at Drake's house, and the next day, we didn't know who it was.
But it wasn't two rappers. Like, let's be honest here. This is as bad as it sounds. In the history of hip-hop, unless the rapper screams the guy's name, like his boy's name, like Tip did with Big Phil, like when like rappers' boys get shot, unless two rappers get shot and then beef themselves, no one has cared about the entourage. It has never mattered.
I mean, Young Dolph got shot. Well, not by another rapper though. I guess. That meets
but
the
like, but he
criteria.
was in the midst of rap beef. He got shot at home. That changes everything. Like Nipsey got shot at home. Like when you're on the road, that's like they view it differently. But yeah, like no one cares. The only time we cared is when Tata pepper sprayed R. Kelly. Outside of that, no one cared.
I just feel, but I don't feel like anyone cares about any of that shit.
Am I lying?
I care what Tata sprayed R. Kelly. I was like, hey, yo, shit is on. In fact, R. Kelly's still from Chicago.
I'm not.
R. Kelly still's like 6'3".
I
Like,
think R&B
Like,
dudes are some of the toughest dudes.
No,
People be thinking Will Smith pussy like he ain't from Philly.
I believe that too. Shit, we watched him.
I'm talking about before that.
We knew what he was about to do when he walked up on that stage.
People act like we didn't see the clip of Will Smith slapping that reporter on the red carpet. When old boy touched his face.
This is before.
Yeah, old boy touched his face, and like I don't know if he tried to kiss Will Smith or something like on the cheek, but he was in the middle of an interview. Old boy grabbed him, and Will just kind of gave him a little pow pow, and he's like no, but he gave him like the stern like no, and I was like, oh, this man's got boundaries.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The gist of what I'm saying though is this is like, yo, like anytime Doug would bring up a reference, I was like, damn, we fucking old. Like you bringing up like he was like, yo, you remember them car trips when we was going on vacation? We was listening to Styles P and Cassidy, and I was like, damn, none of these guys. Well, Styles P, yes, the Locks are making a nice little run back, but like Cassidy, laughing stock.
You don't think Cassidy's on his way back?
To where? Who's gonna resonate with Cassidy like right now? Besides him, you know what I mean. You listen to Cassidy, AR Ab.
I hate the way he
Don't disrespect AR Ab.
I fuck with him.
When
He in jail for
Cassidy
life.
talk on a track, I'm like, yo, he talks like that real life, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like his the voice inflection.
Yeah, son, I'm the
I
greatest.
told him I was good. I was coming off
The Springs was in
like
Poland before I got there.
He do talk like that, and then the scar don't make it any better now. That he got on his face.
Cassidy, y'all love how Cassidy when he came back to battle rap. I know this is so far off. He would say some normal shit and re-explain it. He'd be like,
slow it down.
no, not that. Like he'd be doing a face off, and he'd be like, what is it called? A triplex instead of like a duplex. It's like 3 stories.
Oh yeah.
He'd be like, my condo's a triplex. You know what that means? There's a story, and then there's a story, and then there's another story. Just like my bars. Just like my bars.
He said it like that,
Bro, he does that shit all the time.
Nah, I can't do that,
bro. It's one of the funniest things in the world to watch.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's not gonna work for
I
me.
have a question off your Nipsey thing. I know I cut you off. What year is Hustle in the House?
08.
See, that's what I thought.
That's the one I was listening to.
Yeah, because
You never heard Bullets Ain't Got No Name before?
I heard
That's
those.
just
That's where I
fire.
started.
But that's what he sent you. If you said 08, that's that.
Yeah.
Bullets Ain't Got No Name is 07, 08, 09.
Oh, but you're saying the same time period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when
Yes.
I heard it, it was probably about 2010 though.
When you heard it, I'm saying
Yeah,
that's
it was
when
like
it came
a year
out.
later. Oh yeah, it was only like a year old. I mean, he had the buzz at that. You heard it right when it came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you hear about Nip? See, that was another thing. I can't remember when I first heard about Nip, but I was definitely
Game.
who?
Game.
Yeah. I would say
Game put the thing is,
What
Game,
song was it?
Game's a goof. No, he just talked.
No, but he puts
Game's a
people
goof,
on.
but he puts.
I want to say
of
they had a
people on.
feature earlier on though.
Yeah, but it was around that time too.
Like-
Yeah, but you're naming a time period where there was no social media. So
Yeah, but like he also put guys on tour. Like he put Kendrick on the first tour. He put like he has give as much as a weirdo it's the West Coast tries to treat Game. He has put a lot of our favorites in favorable positions for us to find out about them early on. Like he has done that. He was an olive branch.
I don't
for
think
a
no
long
one
time.
takes that away from him.
I just don't think he gets credit for it, though, at all.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, because at the time he was like the main guy in a time frame where we didn't have a whole lot of guys.
But you heard him say this like you heard him for Nipsey specifically.
Yeah.
You heard him say that like in a radio interview.
There's a radio interview on Nip's mixtape that I heard when it came out.
That's crazy. And where'd you find it at? What publication? Like This Is 50?
Maybe All Hip Hop, Two Dope
See,
Boys.
that's so
one of them.
crazy,
Yeah, I would say
man.
Two Dope
That's where we
Boys.
used to go. And if I missed a week or two, you get what I'm
you're
saying?
never gonna find
I'm
it.
never gonna find it again.
And that's the thing. I'm gonna be back because I'm a completist, right? So if I went somewhere and came back,
How did you get through college? You were in college at that time.
Hey, that's when I first started. Like, oh, this is what they
Told
mean.
you, motherfucker, wake up.
C's get degrees. I was like, oh, I just have to be okay with this now.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming from 4.0, and I was like, oh shit, this is a little harder than I thought.
It's a
it
little
was gonna be.
2.97.
But then I'm like, I ain't gonna give up on this shit. And then like, I'd be in the library all day. So I wasn't in class. I was kind of doing that shit. You know, I'm not really big on second drafts of papers. Like, my first draft, good enough.
Right.
But then this dude come by and he see me on the little blogs or whatever. He'd be like, hey, you got to do work. He's hating all the time. So I just go to a different computer. And then he just started following me all day. Big hater.
I feel like I met Alex like 3 years too late.
But that's the other thing, too, though. That was BlackBerry time.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, like, it's not like you had to be in front of your computer to do that
So
shit.
in 06...
Yeah, go ahead.
In 06, 07-ish, my BlackBerry, because this wasn't like where you send a long SMS and it's gonna come in one thing,
it should
right?
be like one of one.
So
I mean, one of four.
I would go to Best Buy on Tuesday. I made sure all my
You ain't
classes.
even got time for that now.
I made sure my classes were after 10, so I could go to Best Buy when it opened, because music used to drop on Tuesdays. I would get the new CD. I would listen to it on my way to state. And then I usually finish it in the parking lot. Before I had to go, I'd get up and I'd walk to class and I would write a quick little review of the album and I would send it out and it would come out in like 6 pages, like a chain letter. And it was like the pre-group chat, but you would only get it one and it would go. It would just be like,
You know what's funny? I don't think I
was.
was originally in those, and I'm glad I'm not.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I'm mad.
Back then, at least.
I met Alex like 3 years too late. If you would have introduced me to him earlier,
He would have never hung with you.
Nah, but Dunzo would have took off. I would have made him my A&R. We would have figured this out.
Well,
I had 400 at House of Blues. I mean, that's like maybe like 250 at House of Blues.
Oh, that's a joke. He don't fuck with Dago artists.
Oh, we would. Yeah,
That's not true. I fuck with a couple. I just don't really like. But they're also like my homies. Like,
Yeah, okay.
no. You're a supporter. You're not a fan. That's totally two different things.
yeah, but also it's like I'll tell them. But I also know there's a lot of people I don't know, and if it comes to me and I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool, then I'll fuck with it. I don't go searching for it.
I do believe this sounds a little messed up, but I think you get to a certain age where you just don't believe certain artists in your hometown. Like, I feel like if you're in your 40s, hearing about some dude who lives in your city and you know the streets that he's from, running around saying he got shit shaken, and then you know people from there and he ain't got shit shaken, it's harder to believe. Or
there was a few cases of exactly that. I was like, dude, I'm not listening.
Yeah, because like either shit's not shaking there anymore, you weren't part of it shaking, or I just don't have any like relationship with that community anymore. I think it's a little harder. Where if we hear a little so and so from Miami going crazy, it's easier to relate because I don't know if he's lying.
That's true.
Now on certain, if it got to a point where I'm like Lil Rob or someone that kind of makes some noise, like I'll support him. Like, oh yeah, Dago, whatever. But
that man's from Whittier.
But whatever it is,
I found that out recently too.
But when I come back home
Fuck me
and
up.
I'm talking I'm be like, I don't fuck with his shit. Like, they don't make music for me.
You know what's crazy too? That's how I feel. No offense to y'all if y'all even listen to this. I imagine some of them don't. They just want to hop on because it's an opportunity. But some of y'all rappers, man, I'm just leaving y'all on red. You know what I mean? Like, look, we're not a rap podcast. I've had rappers come in here that I trust. But here's the thing. We at my mom's house. So it's like, look, dog, if I don't trust it, you can't come here. I don't get to guard home base here all the time. So therefore, I shout out every time you bring that, you know what I'm talking about. When you brought that up, I was like, bro, got to be at 160 right now. Was that what you laughing at?
Yeah.
Nah, but I feel that though, because when we had our situation, we were over at the Palais, we were out of the garage.
Right.
And like certain people, I was just like, oh, we could go to where you're at.
Yeah,
Cause I was charging for artist interviews. I did not give a shit. You want to come
That's
talk?
pretty.
Hey,
he wanted you as an A&R.
Hey,
He's
bro,
the
I'm gonna
real
let you
A&R.
know. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now. You wanted to come. But I feel like the difference was though, like I'm naturally a hater, but I'm inquisitive. So you're gonna get a lot. Like the interview's gonna be decent. I had a couple artists. What really stopped it was they paid the deposit, and then when I was like, all right, for sure.
How much was the deposit?
50.
That's not bad.
You want to go? I'll say certain people didn't get those deals. Certain people got other deals. I also had to pay for the editing. I had to, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't going straight to me.
Oh,
yeah.
So
like,
that makes
there was some overhead.
Like, I'm not about to pay for your promotion. Like
yeah,
that
like
makes
I mean,
sense.
I feel like, and I wasn't going crazy, but also it was good to weed out. Like I think I didn't do deposits on the first. I only have 2 that are technically out. There's more than that interviews, but some of them go out for other reasons. But like I would say, I charged like $100. It wasn't nothing crazy.
It's still crazy.
But
you know how hard it is to get $100 from somebody about like something that like.
I think it's I'll say it's one to help weed out who it was. We had guys come in who were like, "Hey, bro, I ain't got it right now." But like, if you're constantly like hitting me, and like you're posting, and I'm seeing how you're moving online, I'm like, okay, he's serious. He just might not have the capital to do this right now.
He was the first Drewski.
Like, I don't really care. I don't really care about like the money at that point. But there'd be guys who like, oh, let me come sit on the couch, and then they want to pull up with like 16 other dudes and smoke out front. I'm
That's
like, bro,
what
we
I'm
in
saying
a cul-de-sac,
right
huh?
there, yeah.
Like, we can't do that.
I'm about to go do a show right now.
Yeah, like,
man.
and also it's like, all right, let me know how serious are you, like, because if you're really as big as you say you are, but you really want to come over here, that $100 shouldn't be that much to you. Second of all, I like who I was at that moment. Like, ain't nobody missing a Dunzo artist interview right now. Like, nobody was lined up for it. So if you really wanted to do it, you had to like really fuck with me for some reason,
To spend $100 just to hang out and smoke in front, I'm not doing that.
bro. And like,
As an artist, I'm not doing that.
and we
Like,
had some,
it's like,
and we had some guys that were like super talented that did like their thing. But like, yeah, we were like, not every artist that was on that platform paid. Some of them were like our friends, but like, no, if you wanted like to just sit down with like one or two of us, like, I need to see where your gauge is. If you see, like, I had a bunch of guys.
well, here's my next question to you, right? Out of those guys, how many of them use your interview for something?
I would say a good amount. Like the two I got with my boy APC Jed Lee, shouts to him. He's got like 2 interviews. I think it's almost 3,000 views. And
not
we ain't
bad.
from nowhere. You know what I mean? And he didn't pay the fee that I'm saying right now. Like, I'm not gonna put that on.
No,
him.
I'm just saying like the fact like some dudes come on here and then like don't promote they shit.
No, he put, but that shit was cut up. I think, like, this man's a genius. He re-put out clips on my birthday of his interview.
All right, there we
Without
go. All
respect.
right, there we go.
I respect, but that, like, he's like, that's my G. Like, like good people.
I feel like artists. I wouldn't want artists to come here because I'm not trying to talk about music with you. I'm trying to shoot the shit. I'll talk about music. I'm not necessarily trying to sit here and let's talk about your album.
Yeah,
Well,
then-
And blah blah blah.
but
that
I
I
think
may
that's-
or may not listen to.
But that's why I respected Lee, because the first time he came up, it was music. The second time he was like, hey, people are really fucking with the energy. Like, let's just do, like, you mind if I just come cruise it? And that was a totally different situation. Because then, like, it's easier to, you sell the person, then you sell the music. There's tons of people making music that aren't making money off their music.
Especially these days, you have
Like-
to sell yourself before you sell the music.
And that's what I think. So I was like, oh, I have no problem helping you because I saw how much you pour into your music. And he was right. We did have a good energy. So the second time you want to come up, yeah, it might be shorter. And we might touch on music for like 10 minutes or so. But the next 30 minutes is us just shooting the
That's
shit.
what I tell people. I'm like, yo, dog, like if you come here, look, we'll talk about your shit for about 45 minutes.
That's
right?
long.
Oh my
45
God.
That's
minutes.
long.
Well, when I say that, it's
Hey, let
probably
me know
about
so I can take some PTO.
you've been here when we've done it, or maybe not.
I know. I just.
But no, but when I say 45, in my mind, I look at it, and when this shit say 45, it's time to go into our regular shit. So we might shoot the shit the first 20 minutes. So we're only talking about your shit really for 25. I only got 6 questions for you. That's it. And then once we do that, it's like, yo, you got to sell your personality if you want people to hear it. You know, and that's on you.
Bro, but like these people, well, artists they're sensitive, they're unorganized. I had like 3 dudes pay the $50 deposit, never show up for the interview or hit me back. How you go?
that's
I
the
would
best.
never. I was like,
It's like signing up for the gym.
Oh,
and they don't
he's
use the
excited about
equipment.
that, but
oh, bro,
not unless you
In
win,
and out
not
for the
unless
whole
you
clip.
win. If I win and you don't show up, that's gonna bother me.
no, we were gonna do those in the house, but I
Or
mean,
did
like,
they hit you and say I ain't gonna make it?
nah, none of them. Well, basically, sent the 15. I put on Do Not Disturb, set up a date, set up everything. But my thing is like, I never tripped off it because it's like this. I know like what I was doing. I was kind of getting some shit off. Like no one should be paying me to interview them, but we did have. I wouldn't say notoriety, but I feel like we kind of hit the ground running. So if you saw it, it looked like it was bigger than what it was to a certain degree. But the production wasn't crazy high or anything. Like not to like throw dirt on us, but it's like we were just very enthusiastic. What
It's
we
the
were
same
doing.
thing here. The shit's set up by the time we get in here. Like we don't have to put nothing together. We just come and sit down and talk and record that shit. That's why I be like, yo, bro, look, I know we gotta and I've learned how to clip some shit up. But again, that's most of the people in this type of industry in the first place because most people ain't got the money to buy or the time to do it consistently.
This shit is
like people fuck with us because of our consistency, right?
100%.
And our subject matter, and we're all in that because everyone that hits me is in the same age bracket. Matter of fact, I think some girl had probably seen me at the gym first, and then noticed that like I had a pod. But she started following me, and I asked my wife. I said, "Yo, you know who this girl is or something?" Because she looked like she was like Latina or something. Then when I zoomed in, I was like,
You gotta know her, right?
Yeah, I figured, but I'm saying because I
can't
don't.
stand this
I ain't got no
man.
new friends, so it's like, yo, it could be one of her friends or somebody that's seen it. She'll be like, "Oh, my cousin." I don't know. I ain't met all her cousins. You
Hey.
met all her cousins?
Hey, can I ask you something that's very? I look at your
You just
story.
go shit on my? Nah, go ahead.
No,
I'm fucking with you.
No, I just
I'll
always,
get back to it, don't
I
worry.
know. I always think this because my boy's about to get married. And I was gonna ask her this, but I'll ask you this: when a new chick follows you and you don't know her, what is the feeling?
Ask my wife.
Yeah, okay. Because I always wanted.
But that's for dudes that like for me earlier on, like the way I am and communicate, we used to bump heads about that shit.
Yeah.
You know, my charisma and shit. And then sometimes she would confuse that with like, oh, he want to fuck everything that's moving. It's like, nah, that ain't the case. You got to understand me for a second. Like there's been times where women will hit me up and I'll let that shit ring out because it's like, yo, you're annoying. Like, I don't feel like talking to you right now. You know, men too, right? But we're focusing on women in terms of like male friends that I have.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, I'm not fucking with you today. So like for me, I'm okay with like being like friendly with somebody in their face and really not really, you know, trying to fuck with them after. You know what I mean? Like,
me and one of my boys talked about this. Your girl will be mad that someone else appreciates the same characteristics that she appreciates.
Right.
Like she's like,
You ain't funny.
yeah,
like I chuckled you here.
yeah. That's exactly how our
think you
homegirl
funny
was. I
now.
saw it in like live action where she was like, "Don't be funny." She's sad about this.
Oh, you
Like
open up
she
doors
gave
for
me the-
bitches now?
Oh, your mother raised a
yeah,
gentleman.
don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, because you can't did shit off with another girl or someone else that you don't do on
Like
the
the scene in Baby Boy when they pick up the food from the drive. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much.
All right. What happened with the IG follow though? Let's give it.
Oh, so I see the girl at the gym, and I was like, that looked like her, but you know what? I've been wrong before. Let me keep going. Right, so like another day goes by. I got there a little early, and I see that same woman again, but she like double takes at me, like she knew me or something.
How much was you lifting at that point?
I was walking on my way to the treadmill. Right, I wasn't even lifted at that point. I was
Double
coming out the
taking a
hallway.
man on the stairmaster
But
is
she
crazy.
was on. But she was
Thighs
on.
was out?
She what?
Your thighs was out?
Probably.
I was thinking
probably.
it. I was
But she
thinking
was on the she was on the treadmill at the time, double taking. I was like, yo, like I don't know you from anywhere, right?
There you go,
But-
famous.
Well, yeah, because that's happened more than once now, and people know you.
Oh no, I like when like it's happened in the G now, and I had to like watching like I'm like fuck, I'm getting old, right? So the first time Lincoln played Morse again after they reopened and they let people come, right? We went to the game, and then my boy was pissed off because like we were trying to sit on the whole other side of the stands, and it took me like 30 minutes to get over there because I'm a dap master.
Yeah,
Right, so I'm just getting through it. And he's like, "Yo,
Dap
what the
Master is
fuck?"
crazy.
Right? Like I was LeBron before LeBron. And he's like, "Why do you know everybody? Like we don't." I was like, "Don't even worry about it."
I'm the only white boy where I'm from with a crossover.
that's crazy.
Well, but that's the thing, right?
We are three guys that are
'cause
like that.
I'm hard to miss in those areas.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, "Oh, I didn't even see you, dog," but you can't say that about me because
Yeah,
yes, you saw me.
Yeah,
I know
that's
you
true.
saw me, right?
Hey,
You stick out.
Are,
But
so
then-
are you just hood Zoe? Like how I'm the suburban black guy? You're gonna see
I
me
think
everywhere.
so.
You're just the white. You're the white version of that.
So G's friends, I picked him up from school the other day, and his friend got in the car because we trying to leave, but I see everyone's, oh, bye, this and that, teachers, kids, everybody, and his best friend's like trying to talk to him, and he's in the middle of doing his daps, and then I hear him getting in the car, and he's telling his mom, gosh, Greg knows everybody.
That's crazy.
And that same frustration, I'm just like, all right, I can't be mad that we gonna be 10
it made you
minutes
feel
late.
good though, huh?
Well, it's better than the alternative of like,
that's true,
man,
too.
go make a friend.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm 100% with you on that. You know, it's crazy, like what you're saying for people who have kids or who've already witnessed this or, you know, seen it in other kids or whatever. I caught my stepson lying for the first time. Like, you know, like the dudes that be front, like, man, I got 10K in my pocket right now in front of the women. So like,
That's how you get lined up.
Get lined
You don't
up at 8
understand their
years
part.
old is crazy.
They don't- for off of that, right? Like, but the fact that he did that, like, bro misses he misses throws in the game, right? And practice. So we at the pool where it really matters, and he trying to make some throws to me outside. The shit kept going in the bushes. I was like, bro, this is what I be telling you when you go to practice. He said, nah, I wouldn't do that at practice. He said, I'm just doing it here because my legs. I said, why you lying right now? It's like 5 other kids in the pool. And he was like, yo, it was one
There
of
was
the
some girls in the
moments.
pool?
Nah, it was another dude.
Okay.
It was another dude that could throw and catch though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
Nah.
you know he ain't that good yet. So you know my man over there making one-handed catches behind the back. I told you that was you. Latino you. He knew all the kids in the water. Yo, Chris showed up. He like, hey, what's up, man? Another little black boy showed up. He was like, oh, you said you had church. He said, nah, I'm here in the water today. He was by himself in the water. He like a little 12, 13-year-old. He the older one. So I was like, yo, this is funny. Like for real. Like this is Latino Alex right here.
Hey, do You guys are a little older than me. I was thinking about this when you said it right now.
You're a little close on it. Pause.
What up? That was crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Bro. Do you think men lie more than men, or do you think men lie more than women?
Both.
To like, but I mean, in the sense of like getting their shit off, like, you know what I mean, like fraudulent lies. I'm not saying like lying to your girl. I'm saying like, oh, like right now when I was like, oh, I had 400, I had to correct myself. I was like, nah, it was 250. Like I had to, like, do you think men do that more to women or like or to other men?
Good question. It might be
question.
It might be 50-50.
I think it is 50. The reason why what you just did is a new age thing. Because the era that I'm from, dudes used to lie about shit all the time and not tell you the truth. Like, coming clean is like a very new thing.
Yeah.
like it's an adult me thing. Like, I don't remember people coming clean when we were young, bro. Like, I remember people, like, dudes used to lie on the women they used to be with. Now it's cool to say, like, hey, man, she ain't messing with me, man. I'm hurt. Like, you could be hurt in this era.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be hurt in the era we from. We would kill you for doing that. Not like literally, but we'd roast the shit out of you like, oh, he hurt. You know what I mean? He trying to let that pain go or whatever. Like, the defense that Drake has been getting in this type of rap battles, like, yo, dudes don't come back. We just talked about Ja, right? Never made a comeback after that. Some people were like, yo, y'all used to listen to old Drake. Stop it. Like, there was no bail like that in our era.
That's all Kanye's fault.
Why you think that?
No, you say that. You know what I think the issue? You know what I think the difference is? I believe raps always push the culture forward. I believe when rappers started having girlfriends and you could be outside with your girlfriend, it changes men's whole dynamic about emotions and feelings.
Yeah, because you weren't allowed to have a girlfriend.
You used to hide her. Rappers been married. Fat Joe been married like 27 years.
That's a good point.
Like, you never
Snoop
knew
too.
it.
Snoop.
Never knew it.
Yeah, Snoop.
Now everybody outside like
T.I.'s wife.
Yeah, name a popular hip hop artist, and you could probably name their last two relationships.
The people that are popular.
Like bigger ones. Like, we know who Quavo is.
We
We know who Chris Brown
Dr.
is.
Dre's wife was.
Yeah, like, we know this, but like in 97, you didn't know who was running around with who.
No, and hip hop was fairly young then too. So it was like, yo, like anybody in that era was enjoying the fruits of their
So
labor.
I feel like because it's so like it has such an impact on the culture, we matured with it.
That and people people can see that. Like, you can like not post your girl, but then her circle of people know and be like, oh, you know, she dates blah blah blah. Like, oh, he's all on her Instagram type ordeal. Like, you can not post your girl and be on like your girl's Instagram though. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
That is wild though, to find out like, oh, she posted you and you didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think the male lying, from what I've observed, is it comes from like ego and primal instincts, right? Like we had a guy that was like a later bloomer, so he'd be lying on his dick a lot just so he could feel like he's keeping pace with where we're at. I don't know about still. This was back then.
When was the last time you talked to them?
5-6 years ago.
Were they still on that then? Because that's still kind of crazy. Because
Maybe.
that's like 28.
Yeah.
29.
No, depending if you like, I guess me, I was lying on my dick the opposite way. Nah, I ain't fucked that bitch.
We've had this conversation before. There's a few that
Turn it over the top of it. Like,
yeah, there's a few that if she told me, I'm big. My dad always said like, you ain't no better than her if you lay down with her. If she told me we weren't telling nobody, there has been at least one, maybe two situations I've been in where I've looked a woman dead in the face and been like, we never slept together because you told me not to tell anybody. Just because you running around telling people don't mean I'm going to be running around, because there was a reason that both of us agreed to this to begin with.
Why would you agree to that now?
Because it was Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm trying to figure out like why.
There was a breeze.
Because I feel like now I don't give a shit.
He didn't feel like being on.
Well, the difference is now we're older and there's more discretion. Like when you're younger and you're just doing sneaky shit,
And your
you have
circle's
like
the
the
same.
impulse to like tell people about the sneaky shit you're doing. Like now I could hook up with someone that everyone knows and no one would know because I could be like, she ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm not, because we're grown. But back to what you're saying though about the reasons why men lie. I think men lie to other men, or I think men lie to women out of ego, but I think they lie to other men out of insecurity.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. What I was getting at.
I don't think I lie anymore though. I feel like at some point you grow out of that shit. So like in my circles, like,
Well, if you're talking about today, then I can't really relate to this conversation. I'm talking
I'm
about
just
what
saying
I used
the
to see
spirit
back
of
then.
it.
I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely didn't happen. But he's probably saying it because he's feeling like left out because he's hearing stories about.
Yeah.
Because back then we also had more bandwidth and more time to where the fellas can get the play-by-play. Oh, I was just with what's her name? We you know, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just like, oh, I done forgot to tell you about this and that because like,
Or I don't tell him. I never lied to the homies. I would just not bring shit up. Like if I knew I messed with a girl that was like subpar, I just wouldn't say anything. You would never know. Like I got a few of those still in the memory banks right now.
Yeah, no, I had a couple. I'll say this.
Like wait a minute, wait. Yours are going to be interesting, but nothing against you.
No, go.
But his are going to be way better.
Over here.
why is mine gonna be way better?
You got any? Do you have any that you've taken to the grave?
That I've taken to the grave.
Yes. Especially for being like in a long-term relationship. So earlier on, there's some ones that you probably never told nobody. Look, he sat back in the seat.
I'm trying to think.
That exhale was crazy.
Yeah.
My man, whole body
Or
relaxed.
you told somebody about each girl that you've messed with already, like in your whole life.
I think Jonathan got all my bodies.
Oh,
like,
that's your homie though. That's different. But
am I supposed to tell random people?
I feel like
what you mean?
More than one person.
Dudes tell random people.
Yeah.
You never been at a house
Matter
party?
of fact, I feel more comfortable telling a random person that I won't see again.
I like to call it bonfire time when dudes just sitting around just capping.
That's what
The
we doing
whole
right
time.
now.
Just capping. For dudes be on bonfire time, bro.
That's the best time. That's usually what motherfuckers you work with.
Hey, I will throw this one out there. This is horrible. To your point, sometimes you got to get the pre-lie in. Like, you got to lie to your coworkers about some shit. Yeah, you got to use your practice lying. Like, when they be like, oh, you always have that one coworker who kind of, like, you meet them at work and find out you guys got mutual friends, and now he knows some shit about you that you didn't want people at work to know. Be like, no, that's not true. That never happened. And I got to practice lie on you so I can go back to the homies and tell the real lie.
You know who do that? Cecil. Biggest lie, see, and I'm saying this right now because I know he ain't listening right now. It's like a time where I can get this shit off. He'll come and find a way to listen, but Cecil be lying about some shit, and he'll tell you, "Yeah, I lied to you."
Last time I saw Cecil, he told me I was a Jewish Dominican African man.
No, you talking about Carl?
Which was Cecil?
Cecil is the one that used to do the pod.
Oh,
Skinny Cecil.
Okay, you're right.
He went to Carl. That's crazy that both of them were my groomsmen. That's a wild take. If we went down that rabbit hole, that dynamic between them two definitely interesting. Go ahead, hit my hand clasp, man.
Bruh, that's funny.
I'm glad that we landed there. 45 minutes of talking about nothing and shit.
I think we touched on things.
No, we did. We got more random shit to talk about, though. I loved it. Random shit to fill in time.
Shout out to Nipsey.
Shout out to Nip.
You ever recorded yourself singing? And then if you did, when was the last time you did it? Like really? Oh man. No, for real. Have you done that?
Nah.
No, hey, hold on. Not the record, but I got a bad one. My first high school girlfriend, this is so funny. We were at her house doing something. I was like a freshman. And this tells you that, my friends are, my cousins, my family are older. I caught myself. She was like, do you have any hidden talents? I'm not artistic. I could rap a little bit, but I wasn't going to rap for her. I caught myself playing Latif's Don't Want to Hurt You and singing the first verse of her. And I kid you not, she looked at me, she goes, that's it?
Damn.
It was done. Bro,
Oh, she was judging.
Bro, to this day, I think about that. Anytime I sing in public and I make eye contact with a woman, whether it's like just like a friend or something, and I could just be enjoying myself, I always just remember her looking at me going, that's it.
That's crazy that you.
Let's hear it. Has it improved? No, it hasn't. I mean, I know that was some time ago.
Oh shit! And this is the one you can cheat code too, though. You ain't really got to be into.
Oh no, you can talk to it.
See, you can hit that. You don't really. He's not really singing in this. He whining.
Bro, he's like, he starts off talking.
Listen to this. Is this singing to you? He harmonizing, and it's fire. Don't get me wrong.
This is my shit.
This is fire, but he not really getting.
You
it
showed
at
me
all.
this song. This is funny.
Did you have the beanie cocked up like that too?
No, but if you look in the
It's
video,
crazy.
he had
you
the
do
phone.
reference him a lot, and I realized that I did listen to him a lot.
Yeah,
and
I got it.
No one else brings Latif up to me but you.
I
I'm
love
not
this.
gonna lie. I
Hey,
had a
That
Latif
song,
reference.
that song has been on my top songs played on Spotify 5 years in a row.
Is that why you don't post it on Instagram?
No,
No,
I
top
never.
plays?
No,
Cause I feel that I'll be be cheating you if I continue to see you. Yeah, that shit was hard.
That and Craig David, you put me on. In both songs, I have songs.
Another one.
Yeah, I love Craig David.
He didn't even go to John B. He went to Craig David. It's crazy.
No, that's another one. I'm stuck in front of a
7 days.
woman.
I ain't gonna never forget that. I don't remember none of his other work really, but I remember 7 days.
No, I saw that one in front of a woman, and she changed the subject.
That's crazy.
I underrated John B for a long time because I used to have a ego problem when people used to call me other people.
Damn, they called you John B.
John
Your hair
B,
not dark
Steve
enough.
Kerr.
That's crazy. Steve Kerr, I
That's
understand.
a wild spectrum.
Steve Kerr,
Yeah,
I understand. I understand Steve Kerr.
I understand John B.
No, do
John
you?
B,
I don't think his hair is
Steve
dark
Kerr,
enough.
Paul Wall. I was like, man, all the motherfuckers trash. I don't care if he's got a
Paul
song
Wall.
with Tupac, so what?
Paul Wall's kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie.
Whoa. We're not doing that today.
No, there was a time where he was fired, but now
I think now he's
Hey, you
still
know,
putting
funny,
out.
I'm pretty sure
quality-
he's performing in San Diego next week, too.
I think yeah,
because he just did a whole album with
Alchemist.
no, nothing. He just took a guess. Like he does a lot of albums with people.
Nah, I think the last joint album he did one with Baby Bash. I was a little suspect. Of
Baby
guy.
Bash.
That's a win.
Oh, so he been doing joint albums for a
Hey,
minute
look,
now.
we're really olding this out today. Lil Rod reference and Baby Bash is crazy, man. Oh my god. Yeah, bro. I actually still do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Recording show singing?
Yeah, look, the way that the iPhones are nowadays with like
That
the
makes
speaker
sense.
shit,
'Cause
like
some of the videos you done put in the group chat, walking around with your shirt off and just doing little. It's like you're trying to do a skit, but
he
you're
just
not.
criminal minds me, like the whole
Carlos be
voice
doing,
spectrum.
and Carlos be making vlogs and just sending it to the homies.
Yeah, for like 2 people.
I do send photos.
I
of
woke
myself.
up and I had something on my mind, and then you might just
You know
burst
what?
out in the song.
Because you be singing in the car, recording yourself. I just have a problem. So yours is funny,
I do
so I
be
let
in
it
the
go.
car too, and I do it. And I be in the house too, like in the
I just-
bathroom where it echo a little bit. I get that reverb.
I just be judging men who just be like, 2 things I judge, like women who turn the camera on to cry. I'm sorry, that shit's weird to me. You're never going to justify it. I've never cried and been like, I need the world to know that this moment happened.
At this moment, Jay wish she was here, right when you said that, because she's gonna do that, right? And I think that she wants to be vulnerable. That's funny as hell, though. That
Be
you said
vulnerable with yourself. Talk to yourself first. This is my personal opinion.
That ain't my opinion. That is Zoe.
I just feel like people want to work out problems in front of everybody else when you can't even work them out at the crib.
Opposite side
I
of
get
this.
what he mean because it's like I have enough bandwidth to set this shit up and get the light right just to be like, oh,
Can't be that hurt.
like I can't. I gotta focus on
That's
the
fucked
moment.
up.
I gotta
That's
focus on
fucked
the.
up. If you went to therapy, right, and it's like you're paying for a moment too, right, to be able to have it. So it's
Well,
like
but
if
I'm
somebody-
also-
I'm not trying to
position.
serious
I'm
this out, but
and
I
I'm
am.
experiencing that moment while I'm already on the phone. I'm not setting up the phone, getting the lighting right, making sure I'm sitting down, the angles right, because I'm in the. If the moment's really happening to me, I don't have time to do that.
Well, if you don't have nobody that wants to listen to it, there's somebody that's watching that from start to finish.
Chris, you could be right, but follow me here. Then you record it. Cool. You want evidence for people to know they need to reach out. Where I find it wild. So when you put an R&B song or you add a song to the post,
Oh, you did any editing to it?
Yeah, okay,
and
that
then-
part.
and then
That's a little crazy.
Number 2,
I
say,
thought we were talking story. You talking about an actual post where you got to change the volume sound and all that.
and then number
Can
2,
you hear me?
number,
Can they hear me crying right here at this part? Like that's kind of crazy.
number 2 to that is grown men setting up their phone for us to watch them sing. Like, bro, enjoy the song. No.
Oh, yeah. But see, okay.
Like, unless you can sing.
Now, I would argue we need to do more of what I'm talking about because these R&B artists that we have right now, I can't connect with them. Not all of them. I fuck with the women more than the men now.
Oh, the women are killing.
Like when the hand movements left R&B and spinning around by yourself, like them solo scenes, like, yo, the music started getting trash. And I ain't gonna lie, a part of me was like, how bad do I want to go? Look, we already got in trouble with that once.
I'm gonna say R&B, male R&B went downhill when we started letting ugly dudes sing.
That, yeah, Daniel Caesar's a very hard looking dude.
I don't get me wrong, as a disciple of the medium ugly congregation, it has done wonders for us. But at the same time, it's hard for me to connect with you when I'm like, you bagged her, you look like me. That's not realistic in the real world.
He's offering hope. I mean, we all get hope.
No,
right?
he's tricking. You ugly and can sing, you tricking.
You got something against tricking?
No.
You need more R&B in your life. I'm about to tell you, look, tricking is okay.
No, I'm not mad at it, but don't present it as love in a song when
You looking at
tricking.
the biggest tricks in this room right now. Both of
I
us.
know
You're a trick. Oh, don't you fucking start, man.
You a box of cereal.
You don't think you're a trick? For real. You don't think you be tricking? Lex, come on, man. You just sat here last week and said that, hey, he's fine with everybody else looking better than him. That's fucking tricking.
On my family?
Yes.
Nah,
that's
not
not
tricking.
No.
You can't
Before your
trick
family even came, you tricked. You bought your wife a house. Before she was your wife.
Tricking.
Before she was your wife.
That's not tricking.
That is tricking, man.
Hold on. Was it in both
Wait a minute. Buying a woman a house that you're not married to is not tricking?
Talk about, was your name still on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not tricking. He lives there. It'd be different if he bought her a house and he lived in Phoenix.
I tell you what,
that'd be tricking.
He can't call the police and say, get her out of here. That's her spot.
Oh, that's just love.
That's just, bro. You
Tricking is null and void when it comes to your family.
100%. I'm with him on that.
I'm not
tricking. Means that I'm spending time or I'm spending money to garner time.
You can't be an ass kisser to your wife even though she's your wife.
That's not tricking.
No. I'm saying that. No. What I'm saying is two things can be true.
Providing. If I'm providing for someone, some other girl outside, that'd be tricking. Because like I have no tie to you outside of just like and
you probably wouldn't get her time without doing that.
You know why that's not fair?
Did you guys have a kid together when you bought the house?
Which house?
The one that he's talking about.
I don't know which one he's talking about. It's been multiple.
There's been multiple. Oh, he might be a trick.
The first one.
The first one. Did you guys already have a kid
How
together?
long ago did you buy the first house? The
like
very
10
first
years
one.
ago.
Okay, come on.
You didn't have no kid.
Nah, I had no.
And
kid.
how long were y'all together? How long were y'all together at that point?
At that point, 4 years.
He might be tricking Jace.
It is to a point. Like
no, he's making it seem like I bought her a house
tricking
so she could stay
it. Wait.
It was my condo and she moved in with me.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Wait.
Then I proposed to her like 6 months later.
Why?
Huh?
Why? She was already there.
No, that's not why. No, don't do that.
Don't do. All right, don't do it.
The only reason why I'm going to bring this up is because you've already brought this up on the pod. It was just over 100 episodes ago. But he said, and it got him in trouble when he said it at the time, was, she wanted to get married, so I got married. When a dude uses that statement, is that not tricking?
That's not tricking.
Yes, it is. You're doing things solely because she's asking you to do it.
I didn't buy that condo because she said go buy a condo.
It's something else, but I don't want to have to bleep the word. But it's not tricking.
He got it, so it ain't tricking. He got it, so it ain't tricking.
It's something else. It's just not tricking. But
he don't like that. He might as well take the tricking. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
when you say when you put it like that, yes. But we need to get back to that. I'm a trick. I get that.
Hey, you're talking to a bad.
I tricked for my wife.
That's not tricking.
Yes, it is. Before we got together, I did a bunch of shit to like try to prove to her that I was worth.
You might have tricked on her, but once she becomes your wife,
I'm not a trick with everyone else, but I tricked on her. Yes,
that's fine.
I'm being specific to our people. That's what I'm saying. You trick, I trick. There we go.
No, because I can call her right now. She'd be like, "Yeah, the last thing you did was trick on me."
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for
my
your
daddy. Trick. My daddy ain't no trick. I know that for a fact. My daddy country as hell.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he do things to make your mom happy.
That's not necessarily tricking though. Doing things
tricking
yes, because they're married. Yes,
tricking is completing a task or spending money to garner attention and/or time of a woman who would not give you that if you weren't completing said task or giving said money. That is tricking.
No, I'm not.
And I'm laughing them out. They draws way before any money.
That's
what
I'm saying. No. Yeah, it's not tricking. Proving, being committed to your words, being like, I'm gonna do
service.
Yeah, doing that, being like, hey, you need this, I'm gonna go handle that for you, or I know you need something. Hey, let's go to the mall, knowing I'm gonna buy whatever she needed. That's not tricking.
I don't agree with that unless I know how long y'all been together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though.
And what it is. That's why I said for him. Right? Buying a house, and even though you're saying I'm buying a house and you can move in, you know what goes on. You don't get to choose any of the shit that's in that house. That's her house now.
The first thing I said when we walked in that house is, don't even hang a picture. This ain't home. This is where we lay our head out. Give me 18 months.
Did she hang a picture?
No.
All right. I'll give you that.
Big stepper.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Don't fuck.
You put some respect on Ingleside God's name.
Hey, for real.
Don't ever play my boy like that.
I don't need you putting the battery in his fucking back.
Bro. Hey, bro, you better respect John Kerwall over here.
I don't think you far removed though.
From what?
Because it is something, like he said, because also what shields you is that you get in relationships early.
No, I'm gonna say this: y'all's age, y'all got a trick. If you're single at y'all's age, you got a trick.
It's okay to do it now.
Also, you shouldn't be.
I wouldn't do it now.
It's
Obviously, I
okay
don't
because
need to.
they do, but I'm saying like just because it's okay, if you're not a trick, doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna go do it.
What
Then.
level of trick are you willing to go to, Zoe? Tickets to a Padre game?
No, I was just thinking about what I just did. What we just talked
Oh,
about.
so you did trick already?
I put a trick offer out there.
Dang a little.
Terms and conditions haven't been signed yet.
I got a free room where we're going for the bachelor party for that extra day. That was gonna be the day to myself. And I said,
if you got it for free, though, it's not tricking then.
Yeah, but
That sounds efficient.
Yeah, that sounds sufficient right there.
But I did. I did put out a tryout call.
And you're 30 now, right?
Yeah.
You can call women right now.
And I'll say who I asked.
That's a move.
I would say who I asked. I have like intent with.
Matter
like,
of fact, at our age, you can't just get off like the normal shit we used to. You actually have to genuinely show interest unless you get you a young girl. Like you gotta at 30, 31, 32. If I'm going on a date with someone, we gotta leave. Like we supposed to be. What are you looking at me like that for?
Oh yeah, he a big trick.
I'm not going to BJ's. We going up to somewhere, man. Like right now. If I met my wife right now, let me use her as an example so she don't think that I'm just like doing some shit, right? But if I met my wife right now, we would have to go up to LA or like the Bay or something like that and fly out for the weekend. Week 3.
Okay,
but that's because that's
not tricking.
But that's because that's
week 3.
But I mean, I got some boys that. I done seen some wild calls. I done seen first date cruises. I done seen
That's kind of fire too to me though.
no, it's not.
That's not fire.
No,
Not the cruise itself, but like going on a trip with somebody that you genuinely want to knock them draws and you like.
No, because in my mind, shit. Now I got to maintain this level of shit.
I'm not talking. Yo, see,
mother love.
I'm talking about right now. If what I got my wife with, like when we first got together, the next guy would have to step his shit up.
Okay.
So with that much years of experience, you got to pull out a cruise on the first meetup.
That's
Especially
wild.
if you like somebody.
That's why.
Bro, how much do you think your dating pool would be right now at 33?
It sounds like you ain't got much of a personality when you talking to
the
women.
fuck you mean? Yo,
I ain't gotta do none of that shit.
Hey, bro, you worry about the wrong niggas. You be worried about yourself. Like,
Yo.
bro.
Well, what kind of women you going for?
That's what I'm asking you. What kind of women you going after? They just want to go to Felix Barbecue?
Hey, you know what? Hey,
not saying Felix ain't fire. It's fire.
You know what though? I'll say this to your point about the tricking thing. I was not one of those guys like when I was very, very young, like 21 to 24, like 2024. I was able to get in the club a little earlier because I look older. But like I saw like what that energy attracted, like what women I was attracting through that, and then, like I went through not trying to deal with that. And one of my boys told me, he said, "Hey, so when we get 30 and these women start like prioritizing like what they want, like on like a bunch of shit, he was like, you're gonna have a much better time in the dating pool. Keep in mind, we're the same age.
Yeah.
Shouts to Josh, he's getting married. This is great advice. But I was mad when he told me this because we were 27. I was like, how you gonna tell me in 3 years you got a plan for me? But I'm gonna give him this. The last 9 months, he has been completely right. Because it's also like the intent, like what they want out of life. I don't want to be with the woman at this point at 30, I'm not starting my 30s by us going to Cabo second week.
Oh, we cooking.
We're not doing that.
Wait, second week?
We're not doing that. Now, when I was 26, if I had $700, you could probably convince me to do something that foolish.
Crazy. That's crazy.
You could have convinced me to do something that stupid. But at 30, I'm just gonna be like, so I'm gonna take you here. I have to go back to work, and then we're not together officially. I'm gonna go on a whole trip.
I've guaranteed me some buns for a while now.
I've been broke way too long to be.
Yeah, I know.
Like
time out.
We potting today.
Hey, but
potting today.
But let's make this clear. The chick
she looked at me like I'm crazy. If somebody take you out somewhere nice,
don't ask her this.
I'm not talking different. Well, I'm talking about a different generation than what we're accustomed to right now. In my 30s, look, here's the thing. The homies used to tell me like, you don't want to date no girl with no kids, blah blah blah. It ain't fun. And I was like, look, man, it depends, right? For me, the homie that said that is wild to me because now he's with someone who has 2 kids and they're
he's
older.
42 years
But,
old, probably.
but we're 34. We're 34, 35 now. But
42.
Who?
42. Carry the one.
Carry the one is crazy. But like, I don't think that's that bad. At my point, it's like, yo, you're settled, right? You know what you want out of life. You're not going to be bullshitting because there's someone else you're responsible for. The type of person that your homie was talking about, I'm him. Actually, it hit me though around 23, 24 because I was already in like a job and career situation. So when I talk to these women, it sound different back then.
Yeah, but you know, to your mom's point though, she brings up a good point because she's a generation removed from we get married in 6 months and cheat on each other for the next 40 years. Like that's exactly how that generation.
You're right, because I just seen an Instagram video. It was like, what about Sarah? There's about 20 more of them I didn't tell you about. They 80 now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But like the reason why I don't believe like if I was super ballotastic or just did some crazy, like had money like that, maybe it'd be different. But I feel like at this day and age, if I'm attracting a woman who, one, thinks it's a smart idea to go on a trip with someone you've known for 2 weeks, don't think that's a safety thing, raise your daughter better. 2, like, she probably has other guys, and I'm just part of another itinerary.
You're naming
We're going to Cabo, and then guess what? Next week, she's going to Catalina with Mike and the boys, and you're saying you're saying
a lie.
You're lying.
I'm ready. I got my shit ready.
Hey, I'm gonna
let you finish. Go ahead.
Because you said, guaranteed buns for the next 2 weeks. You might get back and not get her if she's got a plane in her bio.
You talking about the 25-year-olds still? That's the ones that ain't coming back. Let me ask you this.
And
let me ask you. No,
you're money on a trip for
lying.
2 weeks.
You're lying. But you know what?
That's crazy.
But you would be a recipient.
A buns?
No. Of course, yes.
Okay, I was like, why are we arguing about that part?
No.
I was confused.
If
someone's going for my buns.
No, not like that type of bun.
I was like, bro, what happened in there?
No. What I'm saying, if a woman hit you and said, hey, let's go on a trip, you saying no?
I don't know her.
It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and y'all vibing. You done went out on dates. You done spent the night now. She done went to work, left you at the spot. Because that's part of the generation.
Are we going on a trip?
In 3 weeks, there are women like that.
You make it sound like, hey, we don't haven't met each other yet, but our first date, we going out as
That's
country.
what I was speaking.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, no, I'm talking from a grown perspective. Like, I know you. Let's go on our first official date.
I'm
not meaning, because here's the thing.
Hold on. Are we going on vacation or are we taking a trip? Because those are two different things.
I'm not assuming, wait a minute. I'm not assuming you're 34 in a club and you met somebody and you're taking them out the very next weekend.
That's what we were
I'm assuming that you may know this person. They may be a friend. You may reconnect with them or something. So
that's
grown ass shit.
Totally
like our first official date, we go somewhere. You might work with them. You might see them at the gym or some shit. You might see them at the library or a kid's practice together.
That's a very specific, like, on the dating scene that you just set up. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
What?
Most of the time, you're going to meet somebody brand new. Most people date off of familiarity.
What are you talking about?
You're meeting somebody brand new.
How often does that happen? I don't fuck with brand new women.
How often does that happen?
How often am I meeting someone brand new who I have a genuine interest in? A one night stand is a one night stand.
Both of y'all are wash and stay in the house. Y'all ain't meeting nobody. Carlos was afraid of the chick from the gym that followed the pod. He ain't meeting nobody.
I wasn't afraid. It just ain't got nothing to do with me.
You said she double take. He said, I gotta call her.
It was no double take like, yo, he fired.
No,
double take like I know him.
No. Well, we're not gonna put that on her. She clearly listens to the pod.
I wasn't saying that, but I mean, it's like, yo. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is y'all would participate in said trip based off of the circumstances I put. Now, on a random pickup, no, I wouldn't do that. So maybe I understand where you guys are coming from there.
I think the concern would be, like, to answer one of your points that you said, or period, is I would have to see how she acts outside. I'm a big proponent of that because even if she offers like hey, I'm going to so-and-so on a business trip, you want to come? I already got the hotel room. You just got to pay for your flight, blah, blah, blah. The thing that would be my concern is, well, we're with each other for the next 3 days. How do you act outside of buns? Because I'm assuming if we're going on this trip, like, you probably had something already planned. You want to do some activities. How do you act outside? Are you going to be rude to the wait staff? Are we going to Jamaica and you get a little too excited about the salt lime baths? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to conduct yourself? You don't have to be my girl, but I don't want no foolishness for the next 3 days. That's just not what I'm on.
I know who I'm talking to now. And it didn't hit me until right now. I agree with him because I would rather know this shit now. And even then, I've gone on trips to meet people who I've only met once.
Because you're a trick.
No, because
you've been talking about it for 30 minutes.
But I go outside. just like you go outside. I feel like you would do it. He wouldn't. I understand that now. But I would do it because I still had a great time at the trip. Whether you're like, I'm going to have fun no matter what.
He hated it. Oh no,
that shit is true.
What this world's coming to.
That's crazy.
But I know. You know who that's from?
Man, I'm him. Hit my hand clap.
Carl, love the trick.
That's crazy. I swear, maybe I'm nuts.
I don't think you're nuts.
I understand having fun on a trip no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Now, when you did that other thing and said, "Oh, would you?" If she said, "Let's go on a trip," she already paid for that shit. Maybe I'm running that situation.
Who am I to be rude?
It's the same thing.
It's not because
No,
now
it
if I
is.
gotta trip,
Well,
I
yeah, 'cause
gotta manage my schedule and then I gotta pay for some shit. Every dollar I make is
Manage
already
my schedule.
is
You have to
already
manage your
taken up in
schedule
my
to
head.
go. It's just the paying piece. That's why I took that out of there. I was like, yo, you would go because that's who you are in general. You wouldn't go even if it was your cash.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not like super prideful about certain things, but I would really have to like you for you to suggest a trip.
How
to
long
me.
how long? Okay, it depends on where.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not going to Deerfield, Illinois with you.
yeah. Like, but if they say, "Oh, let's go to Vegas for the weekend,"
For a
you wouldn't go to.
Chevrolet conference.
Wait, you know what's funny? That's what's funny about men, though. Right? You would go to Vegas.
No. Fly me.
You would go somewhere, and you would have a girl come stay with you, get lined up off of the meet, and spend 9 hours with them. The morning of the next day.
I believe in equal opportunity. That chick ain't gonna go with me to Bennington, Vermont that's where I want to fly her out. Fly me out somewhere fire. I'm a bad bitch.
I tried to tell you the whole basketball team would take us out. And tried to tell you that when I said when the WNBA start giving
Hey, I would say this. I seen a lot of the online. I was the first dude to try to get flown out by a WNBA player in like 2019. I stand by this. I was early on the wave.
You ain't been flown out by a woman?
No.
You?
I've been giving money for a flight.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
No, but it wasn't the full flight. But yeah,
shit, it's something.
Hey, that's why having gas money.
Yeah, pay towards this cause. I'll go.
Yeah,
yo, that's all right.
I wasn't going to see specifically her, but it was a pit stop. But yeah,
I know dudes that live off of women. That's why I'm trying to tell you, like these
the
little
homosexuals?
stereotypes. Yeah, I'm just trying to. It's crazy.
it's the truth. I ain't even mad
That's
because we really
crazy.
don't talk about equality. Like, I think it's just time that I'll say bum niggas have always gotten their shit off. As a former bum myself, like bum niggas is like, I think I had like the most connections. I could move and groove the craziest in San Diego when I had $10 and a drink ticket in my pocket.
Those are dudes I respect. They have a lot of fun with
This
$10.
man, like, no one's more resourceful than a man with 2 jeans, 3 going out shirts, and 4 pair of drawers.
Even that guy you speak about in that Vegas thing, I feel like he has a great time wherever he's at. And when I used to go in there to the store, he's just singing his heart out like old Tyrese. Tyrese on that bus with that Coca-Cola commercial just singing. Everybody smiling at his ass. Just know Tyrese had $7 in his pocket on that bus.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as someone who takes a trolley to work, if Tyrese was singing like that on the MTSO, I would have told him shut the fuck up so fast. Bro, I saw totally off topic. I saw the MTS was the craziest thing. This is gonna be San Diego specific. I was getting to work the other day. I took because it's right by my job. I walk right from there. I saw a homeless lady gangbanging on a dog. She said, "I thought you was a blood. Why you wearing the blue rag?" It's a crip. And the dog's owner scared. Then
The dog's owner was there.
terrified.
Yo, somebody banging on your dog right next to you. It's crazy.
Bro, she's standing by the door, and the lady said in the handicap seats,
Dog banging.
And I'm across from her, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to get up, like in case she like swings on. It was like an elderly woman. And then the homeless lady she pulls out a full can of Arizona iced tea and just pours it on the floor.
What flavor?
Grape. Just pours it on the floor. The worst flavor, so I'm with it. But the whole time,
Grape flavor screams MTS.
no, but
that and fruit punch.
You take the same trolley often. You see the same people sometimes. Then I got the 2 Mexican homies in the corner playing instrumentals. One of them has the most fire freestyle I've ever heard in my life. While this whole thing is going on this trolley, he is going absolutely bananas. I know he's been at home practicing.
That's crazy.
He got at least 48
Someone's
bars.
gonna hear me on this. If I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday on this line,
That's crazy.
someone's gonna hear.
And I knew he had done it because it was like, you ever seen like the Philly rappers, how the homies got the ad libs, but it's a freestyle. His homies had all the ad libs.
That wasn't their first day.
Yeah, no.
That wasn't their first day on
I'm
the
feeling
train.
this shit in my soul, and she's like, "Damn, cuz you a blood to the dog." I'm so confused.
There's so much shit going on.
Hey, that type of overstimulation is dangerous.
Bro, I got off.
That's how you get hemmed up, right there.
No, you want to know how I got off a stop early and just waited for the next trolley to take me to where I needed to go. I couldn't do it. I know that was super random,
be late.
but I needed to tell someone that story.
That's funny. Yeah, I thought you was a blood like dog bang.
That reminded me. I saw a post the other day.
Gang bang, Smokey Robinson.
Sipping that wine.
Dog banging.
I saw a post the other day that that viral dude. I got time today, cuz he died.
Oh, he's a white boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like 2 years ago though.
Oh, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it wasn't recently.
Hey, you want to know how sad that was? I was really hoping he was Mexican because he was dropping M-bombs crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, damn, that picture popped up. He was like, young Alex. I was so mad. But hey, in his defense, he was standing on business. Like, he was the first person to really stand. They say, you disrespected me yesterday, cuz I'm trying to keep it G real. I didn't have time. But Today I got time, cuz.
Somebody said he had time when he did pass. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Y'all got
all the time in the world. That's crazy.
I'm late.
Yeah.
I felt bad because we
out.
found out the worst way too. His mom made a post. That's how I found out. Is that how you saw it?
No.
So like his mom made a post saying, "That's my son in the video. He passed." And I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." Like,
And I was like, some random dude was like, "Hey, y'all know this dude died?" And I was like, "Damn."
he was really about that life apparently though. The little internet deep dive. He was outside.
Yeah. He not one of the ones you should mess with.
He ended a lot of other people's times from what I hear.
Go ahead, hit my hand claps. It's your time to shine right now with the whatever the facts were.
No. I guess I gotta go back to Okay.
What are they called?
Names of stuff you didn't know had names or some shit.
Oh, there
like
we
that.
go. Oh, we were really about to go on
The
tangents.
names of things you probably didn't know.
There we go.
The metal thing used to measure your feet at the shoe store.
Mm.
It's called a Bannock device.
Damn, I forgot about those things.
I never knew the
wasn't
name of
outside
them.
for that.
No,
I was.
they still have them.
Yeah, I just don't.
Dude pulled one out from like 98 in Champs. I was like, yo, this needs to get hung up.
I've also been the same size shoe since I was 13, so I've been had to like resize my.
What size shoe you wear?
A 13. I've been the same size since the age of 8. My
Yo,
shoe
your
size
brother
was
got all the bad gifts because he wear like a 16. I was like, damn, you ain't gonna never find that.
13 was hard. I was tweeting.
13 you can find.
You
shit
go to
now,
finish line, they got one little spot on the wall.
Yeah,
for the 13 and ups.
Yeah, my feet game was trash about 2017. I'm gonna be honest. When Carly started selling the J's.
Wait a minute, wait. But those things, I miss those because like you know how many times we've been like inaccurate in guessing these kids' shoe sizes. Like every shoe is different. Like they used to pull them shits out like standard. That and y'all. When's the last time y'all requested a stocking? I didn't do that until I had kids like for a long time because she be walking around in sandals all the time.
I didn't even really use the shoe thing at all. I just had to put my foot in there and walk up and down the aisle. Go ahead and walk up and down and see if that feel good, baby.
The crazy part, that shit don't help. It does nothing. I gotta walk a mile in the motherfuckers before I do anything.
I think when my feet started growing, my parents would make me use, what's it called? What is it called?
A Bannock device?
A Bannock device. Because if I was like an 11 and a half, my mom's like, we're going to get a 12 and a half in this just because you need some space to grow in this. You know what I mean? We're not going to get the exact shoe size for it.
Yeah, there's definitely that time, and especially a boy's life, where
you just burn.
You just got to be like, hey, you gonna have a rough month in these, but you growing to a point where you.
My mom gave me a hand me down from Carlos that sat in the closet for 4 years, talking about you gonna grow into this.
I do that now. I buy shit for the kids. I got them some Berkeys. They about a size too big right now. Like, bro, you're not getting like the this size. Shit, Corey's first golf shoes was too damn big. Now she fit them perfectly. And that was 2 years ago when she got them. Or
if I find something on deal that I know I'm going to use, I'll hold it.
Shit, we got bro some New Balances that's too big. They was like, oh, it's the only size left. Shit, he going to them. They only $50. Yeah, let me get these right now. And they fire. So, yeah, let's do it.
Finding it difficult to get out of bed in the morning is called dysania.
Explain that. There's any more explanation to that?
No, it's just the name of what that feeling is called.
I feel like everybody don't get out of bed.
It sounds like Dasani, and I would probably not want to get out of bed if I was drinking Dasani.
Exactly, 100% church.
No, I feel like everybody does that.
The feeling of not wanting to get out of bed?
You wake up and just get out the bed. You don't like warm up?
I mean, depending on what I got going on.
Every day I don't want to get out of my bed.
Oh, no. I'm ready for the day.
Are you really?
Thinking I dream of labor.
Bro, I shit.
Or it's mostly I got to pee.
Okay, you know,
I'll get up for that. Yeah,
he's got a point though. If we're judging it by how quickly I will get out of bed to piss, that might be a medical condition.
Because you want to go quick, to try to reserve that feeling. So if I get back in the bed, I'm like, oh, I still got that feeling.
Once I start getting my heart rate up by stepping, that's it, bro. I'm up, and I'm
soon
not.
as you sit,
I'll sit there and hold
you
it.
ain't that big. Where you stand up, your heart rate starts going up.
Bro, your heart rate to go up at least 10 beats per minute. Like, yo, you're walking now. It's just that rest.
No, the way you were talking, like you started sweating.
I just
as you walked through the door.
That's not how. That's how you interpreted that shit. Look how wild he got with the fucking tape.
As soon as you walked through,
that's not what I meant.
You called him a trick earlier. He's like, nah, I'm gonna get him. He's like, I forget about
that's
that.
That's hella wild. That's not what I was on.
That's funny.
I was talking about a normal pace. Here you
I know
go.
this one. The dot over an I or a J is called a lowercase r. I and lowercase j is called a tittle.
I think I actually have heard that before. I'm not 100% sure, but I think
I just say the dot above the I.
Well, yeah, I know.
But I is not an I without the tittle. That's why it's called
the names of things you probably didn't know.
What's an I without the tittle? An L?
It could be anything.
It could be a capital I on a...
It's illegible at that point.
That sick feeling you get after eating or drinking too much is called crapulence. I feel like crap.
Oh, that's a real term?
I just thought about that right now. I thought people say they feel like crap because they wanted to say I feel like shit.
So
but maybe it came
is the
from
word.
that.
Oh, that's great. No, maybe. I think it did.
Yeah,
what I'm gonna need you to do is, if the shit sounds really fire, like look the word up and then tell me what the Greeks did.
I don't know what sounds fire for this shit. I feel like
crapulence is crazy though, because that fit. Like I understand that, like fully.
I feel like crapulence would be like a good like Greek gangster name, like. My Lord Crapulence is here to speak to you.
Right.
Like that'd be gangster.
Yeah, that's kind of fire. That's on Black Knight.
The armhole. The armhole enclosed where the sleeves are sewn is called an arm sigh.
Like SIGH?
SCYE.
All right. Not something I ever lose. Put your arms in the sleeve is what I'm just going to continue to use. Not in the sigh.
And then I got a random fact. Just random. It's like it has nothing to do with the words. I saw that shit. Was like, oh shit, word. All right. Each human sperm cell contains 37.5 megabytes of data. An average ejaculation contains roughly 11 terabytes of data, which would be around 2,500 full-length HD movies, or approximately 2.8 million, or approximately 2.8 million MP3 songs.
You know what's crazy?
It's the comparisons to crazy.
No. I told y'all people don't be reading the terms and conditioning. These chicks out here selling y'all's data. I told y'all. Ain't nobody reading the terms and conditioning.
11 terabytes?
11. The Chinese can't even do that.
Bro, we can't. We had 200 episodes. We ain't even at 5. We ain't even at a terabyte yet.
Bruh,
you know how much data that is?
You know how many PlayStation 1 memory cards that is?
Bro, that's like a mole here, a mole maybe here, gray hair in 30s maybe. Like, that's so much data.
You know what, though? I'm going to say this, and this might be a stretch, but I'm going to shoot the women some bail here. I do now think I understand why they act crazy after you start having unprotected sex with them. Because
got all that extra data.
Much information on someone, it changes you. I feel more emotionally connected to you.
Absolutely.
I kind of, you know what? I'm with the women now. I get it. Wrap up, fellas. Don't let them take your data. But
no.
It makes a little bit more sense now that they're just, bro. Imagine being a brother between like, I'm gonna give you this terabyte. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm with the ladies on the
I need all that. That's another thing too, though. What?
None.
No, I need all my data. Like you can't have my. Yeah,
what are you doing? Like what is that shit called?
What's that?
Sperm retention? What do you mean you need all your data?
No, he's clearing his cookies.
My cache or catch, whatever it is.
Hey, how do you say that word?
I don't know.
I say cache.
Yeah, CACHE.
I say
right?
catch.
I heard people say cash, and I say cache.
I want to know the root. I say catch.
Oh, you use the C. You do the CH for real?
Yeah.
I don't. I've heard it said all the ways you're saying. I
still don't know what clearing it does. Like I know it makes it run better.
That's all it need to do.
Yeah, that's why I just
go
like
do it. What do you call it? Defragging back in the day. That was like the thing, right?
Oh yeah, that shit used to take forever.
Dude, hours. That's sorry.
Look, that's what I'm saying. If you don't know the Windows 98 like song startup, I don't want to fuck with you. Like the original one, like and what it sound like in those speakers.
If you got through all of elementary school and never had to do a PowerPoint presentation, don't talk to me.
Yeah. Did you have overhead projectors,
bro? Yes.
Look, the way you say that though, because he said that when we was in the house, I'm like, bro, 4 years is like an eternity in regards to like Like time periods.
Bro.
Like what songs were hot when you were in the club?
Hold on. If we go back to the projectors, one of the first times a woman really tried to like hit me for something I said, I told her she was projecting like 4th grade math class.
She didn't get it.
She didn't, and then when she found out, I got hit. But I probably deserved it.
Google says it's supposed to be cash.
Okay.
What did I say? Catch?
You said, yeah. Cash.
That's what it says.
You said it phonetically.
Yeah.
I'm still saying cachet because fuck that.
Oh, what was hot? Oh, by the way, we were asking what was hot when I was in high school or what?
Anything. Because like when I was 21, bro, you were 17.
Yeah, but the thing is, at this time frame, 4 years didn't change as much as it would nowadays.
You fuck with the music your brother fucks with?
I don't know what he listens to be honest with you.
See what I'm saying?
But Carlos,
y'all live in the same house.
You fuck with your brother?
Cool. No, but I think the difference is so Carlos.
How much years are you older than your brother? And you can go ahead. I just want to know. Hey, you.
3.
You?
4.5.
Okay.
See, but the difference is, Carlos, so like for me, like going back to what we were talking about earlier, our relationship was heavily based on sports and music. So me and you would swap music back and forth very often. Like I was just with one of my homies. You sent me J. Cole, and I sent him J. Cole. Me and him talk about this all the time. Like I showed you Wale. I know for a fact.
Maybe.
Yeah. So like I think like for us to have that,
but
conversation,
you hold Wale in higher regard than me, then probably.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go see him next month or 2 months from now. When he's
That's what I'm saying. But see, like,
but like, don't get me wrong. But there's still
like when I first. Oh no, I was in high school when Wale came out.
Yeah, bro. There's trickle down effect. Like you think naturally I would just be like in my soul a Slaughterhouse fan? No, that's you.
But that's how I feel. Like
you once
wait a
convinced
minute,
me that Cassidy was better than Lil Wayne.
But that's what I'm telling you. That the eras are different. Your brother, right, is the one that put me on. That's crazy. I did say that.
You did. You did.
That one stopped me in my tracks. I did say that. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Hindsight.
In 03, I would have rode with him.
That's what I'm saying. Hindsight wise, like okay, but yeah.
But you know what it is? It's all about connection, though. Because I'll say this: when I worked downtown at one of the bars, my little brother went to a Padre game. He would go see. He's a Pirates fan. He would go see them. It's like 3 years ago, and it'll tell you like influence people have like to the point of making. He comes into the bar huffing and puffing. He's drunk. He's clearly drunk. And I said, why are you so mad? I said, what happened to your friends? He's like, man, we're outside the game. We're having a music conversation. They want to tell me Hated or Love It ain't a top 50 hip-hop single of all time. I just left. I can't talk to nobody who don't think Hated or Love It. I don't know. He's like 23 at the time. And I'm like, Hated or Love It came out when you were 6. And he's like, yeah, but they act like they had never heard the remix. And I'm like, why are you the remix? I was like, oh, it really got you. And he said the whole crowd yelling
so
free Yayo. Like,
because anyone I hang around would never say that. You get what I'm saying?
But for him, I was like, but I love,
and
like,
that's a 3.5 year difference that you're talking about. So imagine what my 4.5 is.
But no, but it's also a trickle down effect because you introduced me to the game, and now he has this strong ass opinion on the game also because I put him on that. Like him being 23 years
That's
old.
what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, but like him being 23 years old, arguing with other 23-year-olds
Oh,
about
yeah, you
if
can't
Hated
do
or
that.
they ain't got
Love
no role models.
It. Exactly.
That's why I don't talk to people
That's
like that.
what I'm
'cause
saying.
like, I don't.
Like who your role models are your friends. That's trash.
Because my friend's like, you don't listen to no motherfucking Slick Rick, and I'm like, all right.
I do say.
Lex is the.
I used to say it to be an asshole to him.
Lex
though.
actively used to tell me, "You're the last year of the '90s of people I trust."
Oh yeah, I don't trust about anybody after '94.
And I thought he was crazy. And then I thought about it, and I said, one of my homegirls, one of their little siblings got a friend, really cool dude, funny as hell, but he's the oldest, and he's born in like '98. And the things that he doesn't know, I said, "Hey, bro, you know who Ashanti is?" No clue. Like I just asked him like regular basic stuff. Like I was like, bro, you ever watch Zaboomafu? He was like, what's that? And I was like, what are we talking about?
But is that their fault or is that our fault?
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying to the point though. He's not. He's the oldest. Like he's the oldest of his cousins. He's the oldest kid in the house. Like all of them know stuff because of him. But he's had no trickle down.
That's their
My
fault.
kid is 6 years old and he can rap half of word of mouth.
But if you take me
album.
back to our high school times, growing up and shit, it's not that wild because I met a lot of uncool people in my age bracket.
There's a lot of weenies out there. We talked about
Yeah,
this.
we did. He wasn't here for that.
Oh, yeah.
He had to listen to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hit my hand claps. We got more shit to talk about. This one I thought was interesting because a gentleman brought it up. I had seen it, and then Mark brought it up in the group chat, and then I really didn't catch the ramifications of everything until like later on. The personal data of nearly 3 billion people was stolen by hackers in a massive data breach in April, according to a lawsuit reported by Bloomberg Law. According to the lawsuit, background check company National Public Data exposed the personal data of 2.9 billion people in an April data breach. Some of the information exposed includes social security numbers, current and past addresses, spanning decades, full names, and information about relatives, including deceased or nearly 2 decades. According to the lawsuit filed on Thursday, a cyber criminal group posted a database on the dark web claiming to have personal data of nearly 3 billion people, and they put it up to sell for $3.5 million.
That's light.
It's pennies on the dollar, man. That's the deal.
Look, I was about to say, hey, we start GoFundMe right now.
Now, I think that that's fire to do, like for a hacker group to do it. I just hate to be in that little realm, because you do that start fucking with bank shit.
Yeah,
and a lot of our shit is digital in the first place. Yeah. Now, one thing I did read in the article, and another article was saying that they don't have our email addresses that's attached to it, so that would be a big deal. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing right now. That's crazy. Right. It's been skipping forward though. Whatever.
Okay. Sorry,
but they don't have our email addresses and all that other stuff. So I mean, in essence, like without having the email addresses, it's like super tough to like really capture our shit. But like, yo, I remember like my mom had her shit like hacked before. Like when we used to live in Navy housing, and I still remember that fucking address over there too. That's so crazy. She still remember it too. I can't remember none of my addresses in Fresno though. But I remember that shit happened, and it's like identity theft is a real scary thing. Yeah. Like some shit that I don't want to like go through or whatever. But I mean, here's the deal. With the digital age that we live in, it's so hard. Like I got like coworkers that be like, "Oh, I don't got no social media." Shit, no matter. All your information is out there now. You filled out something. So all this shit that you be talking about, like, "Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that." Somebody's got something of your shit.
Well, I respect. Like I'll say, my mom got her identity stolen around not that time, a little bit earlier. I think before I was born. But like, I respect the OG identity theft. Go in there, make a fake ID, take it directly out of my account. The new age is just. It's not that hard. We sign up. We do it for them. Right. We lead them to the cow. Like, so I don't really know. It's if you steal my identity, just boost my credit score. That's all I ask. Take out some credit
about
cards,
to drain that motherfucker.
Yeah, do something.
That's what's scary.
Mine got stolen last year.
Did it?
They ran up like 4 racks at Best Buy, like some regular hood shit, and that was it.
How'd that happen?
I have no idea.
I got mine stolen 2 years ago, and this is funny.
How'd you find out that it happened to you?
Because they started calling me like. Because they know you didn't spend no motherfucking $2,500.
Oh, the bank called you.
This wasn't even last. This was the top of this year. Yeah, Discover called me, and Chase, and Bank of America.
So what you have to do to fix it?
Huh?
What you have to do to fix it?
Just the basic like freeze the shit, redo the cards.
That sounds so.
And they open a brand new Costco card. And then they kept saying, "Oh yeah, we see you just became a member. This and that. You should be." I was like, "Dog, I've been a member for like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
What are you? I felt disrespected. How do you not know me? Costco. I be running this bitch up every day.
So they just called you when you weren't like paying the bills on it?
No, it's like fraud protection because they know your habits. They know me. They know I wasn't over there.
They know my body.
They know I wasn't tricking.
Whenever I pull,
you didn't buy this bitch no TV.
We know Lex.
TV.
We know Lex.
Yeah, I'm not tricking for gifts. Yeah, it's usually tricking with time together. But no, we're not going back.
Yeah, no. Earlier, I think, earlier this year, because I remember I found out right before I went to an SDSU basketball game. I got an alert on my phone. I spent $79 at Rubio's in Hawthorne, California.
Oh shit!
Actually, I think it happened because I think movers came and they were going through some shit and they knew some people, whoever to give it to. That's the only thing at the time that was going on that made sense.
Yeah,
there was.
You think that they took it?
They took something. And they either knew what they were doing or gave it to someone who knows what they were doing, and they started.
See, that shit like that. That's why I always call the homies or family.
Some homies to do that, but no, I got lucky. Someone tried to take a good I forget what they applied for, but this is why I'll say you gotta have your parents are always important no matter how old you are. I found out my dad has LifeLock on me.
What's that?
You ever see those LifeLock commercials?
Nah.
When someone tries to sign up using your a credit card, anything like that, it alerts LifeLock that's going to be like, hey, just so you know, this did happen right now. Like any activity associated with you.
That sounds kind of fire to have.
And don't get me wrong, LifeLock has also gotten hacked themselves before.
No, never mind. You see how it starts?
But I'll say this: my dad woke me up at 4:00 in the morning.
He be really observing you like the
no.
feds.
Well, he goes to work at like 4:30.
You not in Tampa right now?
No, he wakes me up. It's right before Christmas, and I was like, I'm gonna get this credit card, blah blah blah, and then when it's done, I'll just close it immediately. You know what I mean? I need to like hold a little something. He wakes me up. He goes, hey. I'm like, what's good? You opening up credit cards? I said, what? He goes, it says you apply for 2 credit cards. I said,
disrespect. Yeah, like what?
I was like, I'm like 29, 28. I'm like, yeah, how'd you? He goes, I'm just saying I got an email. And I said, what do you mean you got an email? He goes, well, I got you on the LifeLock.
At first you thought he got tricked, huh?
Yeah, at first I was like, hey, Dad, look, he goes, no, look here. I said, what did you do? He goes, oh, my job offers it for me, so I just put your social and everything in here. I said, you didn't want to run this by me first?
That's crazy.
But I mean,
It's kind of invasion of privacy.
but like, what am I going to say? Because like, when someone did try to do that, LifeLock was there. So I was just
LifeLock was there.
Shout out to LifeLock.
like, I mean, him arguing it. Like, we're arguing like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then like 6 months later, he's like, so you didn't apply for whatever this personal loan? I said, no, I don't need $4,500. He goes, that's why I got the LifeLock. And he just pressed some button. Shit went right away. And I said, all right, you know what? I'm going to let you have this, old man.
I wonder what the detriment is if LifeLock got hacked, though.
I think he got hacked a couple years before he got offered the service from work. I think it's through work. But, I mean, it's kind of like buying insurance. You either going to have it and be SOL or not have it and still be SOL.
But if I know I didn't buy the shit, so it don't matter. And number 2, the government just going to have to figure it out. You just admitted to me that 2.9 billion has this. Y'all motherfuckers figure it out. I'm good. I bought a house already. I got a car.
It's not that they won't figure it out, but to some people in inconvenient times, it's going to suck.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's so funny. Someone was just telling me, too, I'm not going to say who it was, that their credit score dropped, like, dramatically.
And if you in the middle
I didn't think about that, and I'm like, I guarantee you it might have something to do with this, because they dropped, like, triple digits on them in a month.
Mine dropped, like, 130 points.
Damn.
And so, like, if you in the middle of trying to find a house or buying a car, it takes a little time to recover, because they got to go through all the paperwork, all the reporting. It takes a while to get back.
And then you can't, and even if you can prove
that,
like, that's what happened, like, no
but there's nothing you can do. There's nothing all 3 of us can do right now.
Well, the problem is FICO ain't got a customer service line. I'm gonna get my shit off
Because he tried to find it.
I'm gonna get my shit off right now. Because this is like
That's like saying, you can't call the IRS, right?
Nah, because, all right, long story short,
they call you.
Long story short, I found out I had a student loan I didn't know I had, and it was affecting my credit score. I called the student loan people. I explained to them. They said, "Hey, we're gonna stop the interest on it. We'll bring it back down to the principal. Sorry about this. Your school was supposed to send us some information." I said, "For sure." I said, "But what about my credit though? Because it's been 2 years of me not paying this bill, even though I wasn't responsible for this bill because I was still in school at the time. Like, I shouldn't have had to pay that." They said, "You're gonna have to sort that out on your own, big dog." I said, "All right." And I thought FICO was like a corporation. Like, I thought it was like that you could call them. Man, I Googled FICO's number for about 6 weeks straight. Nothing came up. My number didn't go up. I was like, bruh, this is some BS. So, like, to your point, you do all this to, like, get to a point someone just wipes it, takes 130 off you, and then they can do that in an instance, and it's going to take you 4 years to get back where you were.
It didn't take me no 4 years. It took me, like, 6 weeks.
But some people are different in different
And I was
situations.
able to stand the 130.
But here's the thing, though. Not everybody has debt to income ratio or
Right,
has, like,
right.
yeah, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you can't fix the number.
No, you can do. Like, there's certain things, like, I've had disputes on my credit score where, like, sometimes it raises my score in 2 weeks, and then sometimes it doesn't get resolved for 6 months.
It depends on who they got to get to report.
Yeah.
Because not everybody report. It's not like, hey, you have to report on this day, on this time.
Oh, never mind. It's a big deal.
So depending on who you're paying back, they report whenever they feel like.
Well, like, I've had credit card companies say I owe them money that I didn't, and that took months. But then I had medical bills where I'm like, I had already handled that, and they
you need the entities to reach out to fight.
Like a hospital.
How the fuck they getting a hold of them?
No,
then?
but a hospital you could add pressure to. But, like, these credit card companies, they don't give a shit. They're gonna take as long as they need to take for it.
No, that's real. Because I tell you what, that whole little AC thing, when I was trying to find funding for it, and the lady was like, "Oh, we're gonna offer you, like, what did she say? She's like 9%." I was like, "Well, shit, if you gonna offer me that, I might as well just go to my bank and pay it off earlier because they're gonna give me a lower rate that I pay every month. I'm gonna drop money on it, but you're not gonna tell me this is what I have to pay you all the time.
9%,
especially when I got a great credit score. Fuck that. I'll just go let them get another 2% out of me.
9%, I'll buy another car.
Yeah, because I know
AC in that bitch.
Personally with my bank, I know that when things are good, I'm gonna get a better rate.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep doing business with them so they see the history there. What I did was he wouldn't have never done this and he would judge me for it. but I took the higher rate with a lower monthly, knowing that I'm going to pay more on the monthly versus, paying more on their monthly. You know what I mean? You're not offering me nothing any lower. They extended the years on my shit.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. Maybe he would do that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Hey, Lex like Randy Moss, bro. He straight cash on me.
Oh, did I tell you my mom said my legs is black?
You are looking, hey, I'm not gonna lie. As someone who's been outside all summer, you are looking crispity chocolatey right now.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, you looking real black right now," and I was like, "Yo, this is how Lex felt when I said what I said." So I'm sorry, dude.
Well, the difference is when you look extra black, there's like 6 more tattoos you can't see.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why you just hit him with, dark chocolate more healthy for you.
I don't know.
And those are the thoughts of a white man and a white man only.
Rest in peace to our grandmother, but she had like skin cancer. I was like, damn, I thought dark skinned people couldn't get it.
Nah, bro. I got sunburned in Mexico for the first time in my life.
Yeah, see,
my whole forehead was peeling, my chest.
It didn't hurt though, huh? Just peeling.
Oh no, it hurt. So I've been sunburned before and it hurt. Like I took a cold shower, it hurt. This time I didn't realize I was darker. Like my face was like one color. Underneath where my sunglasses were was another color. I got a picture to show y'all, bro.
The way he's picturing you now is crazy.
No, I'm trying to because he posted a lot of pictures, and I'm trying to.
Oh, you trying to think back,
bro?
Because if I remember correctly, he was like the token black friend on that trip.
Yeah, he was.
Black out there?
You was on the boat, huh? You was on the boat. Yeah, you was.
I can swim. I just don't like the
You
ocean.
were the only black dude. I remember him saying that now. I wanted to judge you, but I remember that photo too. The one time I looked at a story too. Because I barely look at them, I swear. And then yours popped up, and I was like, maybe you don't post a lot of stories. Maybe that's it.
No, hold on, let me show you.
It's like, yo, guess which one of your friends is now posting shit,
All right, look at my face, right?
Yeah.
Then look at my arm.
Your arm don't look like that no more?
My face shouldn't be that color. Look at the color difference.
That's a farmer's tan.
No, it's not, because the under of my arm ain't even close to that dark.
Were you?
Hey, that definitely look like you in Memphis right now.
Bruh, it was bad. I didn't think,
That's Alex's best fucking joke, because I got it. He was talking about your cutoff shirt.
Just called me Project
With the
Pat.
braids.
I knew exactly who was talking about. He called me
Fucking
Project
hilarious.
Project Pata.
I'm clipping that shit up. Oh, I'm clipping that up.
My jewelry
He
gold
said you
like a
definitely
piece
look like
of
you from
fried
Memphis
chicken.
in there. Oh, man. Hit my hand claps, man. 3 cheers, man. Let's get the fuck up out of here, man.
Said, I look like
I knew an hour and 45. You keep fucking that mic up. It's time to go. It's coming back. 3 cheers, man. Any 3 cheers y'all want to give out, man? Anything you want to celebrate? You know what? Shout out to my boy CP, bro. I never thought this day would come where my man would get domesticated.
That's a wild start.
Yeah, it is, man. Getting domesticated? Yeah. I mean, well, because he's not even on some like womanizer type shit. What I'm talking about is like bro I've never seen him really sensitive.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So this is going totally different.
Yeah, totally different route. Because even when we went to go visit him and his girl out in Vegas or whatever, like just the vibe we was on, like remember we've been friends since high school, so it's like I remember when we just let shit fly from the mouth, pause, but you would just like say whatever, right? To being grown, 21, 22, talking about like credit and all that other shit. Then to being older, dressing better, and then to being like the go-to guy at a job, and then now to like being married dads that have that high school story. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. We talk about old shit, and he like, yeah, here's my game room, and I'm all excited about his game room and shit. Like that whole maturation is just crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt when you and I started hanging back out again, like tough when I got back from college and shit. But then it was like, yo, I see you all the time now, so now we just growing old together. We just that old friend. You know what I mean? But like to see his maturation and then, time pass and then we get in the same little room. Even then, I will say, damn, we could spend another 20 minutes. Like my relationship with my friends is completely different now. Yeah. Like I don't know about Lex. I can't speak for him. But I was already satisfied with just going to some like random ass food place in Bonita and eating with them and talking with the kids there. And you could tell, like Lex is funny because he gonna tell you, like, he gonna say it, but you can feel where his spirit was at. Like, he was like, yo, I really appreciate y'all, man. Like, yo.
No, but I feel it though.
I needed that. You
needed
needed that. Yeah. I fuck with it. That's what.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I fuck with the vibe too. Because I got home at a decent time. We had like the male conversation shit that I need to get off, and like I was able to start my week.
You get to just feel like a human being again, not just like a robot or a father or some shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or for you, it's like, yo, I'm just working all the time and just watching people like enjoy their free time, right? It's like completely different versus like you probably going to have that same respect level. Shit, even what you told me when you was like, yo, I'm off this weekend, and when you told me what your plan was to do before you left, and I was like, that's some old man shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So,
all right. My 3 cheers is gonna be to the summer ending. Thank God.
Yeah.
Speaking of what we're talking about,
You got a couple more weeks?
I got bachelor party, then a wedding, and then I'm staying inside to November. I've been outside. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Mexico. I've been running around, and I told myself this is the last year I'm outside during the summer. This time next year I'm gonna have a 3-year-old. I made this decision. Like, I can't do this. This is my.
Wait, how'd you start off at 3? There's somebody in mind?
I just decided that I was just like, you know what's funny? I made the joke in like January.
I've always asked myself when y'all was go, you and your brother, I was like, yo, y'all always leave me out hanging. I'm the one that bring the girls to like Thanksgiving and shit. You ever know him to bring a girl? Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, it's because I saw you and my older brother bring a new chick every holiday.
That's
I'm tired
cool.
of
Look,
learning
you're
names.
way past that safe zone now.
Just
Now
whoring your family out like that.
Now we're worried about you.
Anybody makes you.
And you know how hard it is at like 11 to be like, oh, I remember you from last year. No, you don't.
No, man, that's funny.
But I made a joke earlier this year to one of my homegirls, and she says I did this to myself. I said, oh, this is my last summer outside, as a joke. And I have been running around all summer, not even on purpose. Just like I'm at that age where everyone has kids or weddings, a bunch of different stuff.
Are most of your friends in relationships now?
My
Your
friends,
core friends.
yeah, we're at that. I feel like I'm at like that weird spot where everyone's either having kids, getting married, or the ones who got married earlier getting divorced. You know what I mean?
They outside is still different.
Yeah, their outside's a little different. They
Do
gotta
they
like
have
eat.
kids?
Not most of them, maybe 1 or 2.
Oh yeah.
But I made that joke like I'm gonna be outside, and then I looked at my calendar one day and I was like, bro, I got like 8 things planned in the next 4 weeks, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, but like I'm exhausted. So my 3 cheers is for September to hit and for me to not do anything.
If you do that, just know there's no turning back.
What do you mean?
You start to modify like what your outside look like. So like I was talking to my boy D, and he was like, look, now I go out with places. His logic didn't make sense to me, but I get it. He was like, yo, I'm getting places at 11:30, 12, and you get an hour out of me.
No,
I would get there early and I would leave early. I'm not staying out later.
No, but I get his idea, because then it's like, if you get there early and leave early, everyone's like, they make a big like fuss about it. But if I go home, take a nap, wake up at 9:30, get there about 10:45,
you won't get me out the house.
No, I agree with you, but I can understand his logic of this. Like, you get there when it's popping, and you leave in the midst of a bunch of stuff going on. You don't have to deal with that weird, like, oh, you're already leaving, man. 36 dap ups, because everyone knows you're leaving. Here, you slide in, everyone's like, hey, and then you leave, no one remembers.
That's true.
I kind of see his point, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Also, it's like people's sleep schedule and work schedules are different. I work nights, so that wouldn't be hard for me to do.
Bro, that's a good. Well, I mean, shit, I'm up most nights. I don't sleep really well.
You're
but
up, you're not out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not moving at that time.
Like, I work late.
And and the heavy part of my day is like in the morning, afternoon shit. So it's like by the time 1 a.m. come around, I just want to lay in the bed.
Does this man have kids?
The D? Yeah, you know him.
Yeah. Okay. That is kind of wild. Then it's a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right now it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's on the kid's sleep schedule. I can get out there 11:45. I gotta be back by 1:15.
That makes sense.
Actually, you know
the
what?
second one coming though is I want to see how he do it. But I mean, even the way he sound right now.
No, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I see both sides of the argument.
But see, on the other side, I never wanted to be the 35-year-old guy like in the club. I used to make fun of those guys. Like I'm yeah, y'all gonna have fun with this one. I'm noticeably balding. So it's like
no,
that's what I'm saying. Like CP said, he's like, look, Carl, you only get like so many summers with that hairline left. And he was right, because I only had about 3 more years after he fucking said that.
Is that where we went for the wedding party?
Summers, damn.
When we saw him at Dre's, is that what he said that to you?
He said it in one of those Vegas trips, one of
I feel
them.
like
And he was like, look, you only got so many, he said, you only got so many summers left with that hairline. You better get out here and stop acting like a little bit. That's what he was saying. Because I used to build, back then I was semi like this, but he's like, man, you only got so many. So I took heed to that. That shit hit. And now that my shit's gone, I was like, yo, you know I'm older now. I got fucking gray in my mustache. Like showing up. Long gray hairs. I'm like, yo, I'm done.
Hey, brothers start acting different when God bless them with that yarmulke. When they get the one in the back,
Yeah, you got to cut it low. Shit, some of the homies' haircut getting a little lower. I was like, oh, the guard's off. Doc
Rivers inspired a whole generation.
Hey, for real, hey, for real.
No, the new one is with the kids my age. They start going bald. I always tell my white friends, hey man, if you going bald, just go bald. Don't fight it. Don't give us the cul-de-sac. But the one that kills me is when their hairline's further back, but they got the straight hair, so they be trying to bring it down like bangs with the lineup. I'd be like, hey yo, like the
most
Mexican
realtors in SD,
bro. I'd be like, you ain't fooling nobody with them curtains over your forehead,
That's
boy.
funny, man. That's funny.
Let them cook.
Nah, let them cook.
Well, you got 3 cheers?
Yeah, you got anything?
I'm gonna give my 3 cheers to Snoop. Just because.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. Shit.
Right.
Just
Hey, yeah, it's not really just because. That whole Olympic shit's crazy
I mean,
to me. When did he
obviously
become this
inspired by
guy?
He's
when
been
they
this
stopped
guy.
booking Common for everything.
You know what? I think he actually.
He's
you're
always
right.
been this guy.
No, Martha Stewart time.
Martha Stewart.
When he and Martha Stewart became dope, that's
Maybe
when
I
white
need to know
people
what
started
you.
accepting
I need
him.
to know what you mean by this guy.
What
because
the fuck, yo? You're acting like bro, just like it's not a big deal for him to do the Olympics.
I didn't
Snoop?
say it wasn't.
No,
I'm saying
I'm wondering why Snoop is
No,
at the
this-
Olympics. He's
no.
not even athletic.
I need to know what you mean by this guy.
No, okay, this is what happened. All right, Hollywood.
You
likes-
know what I'm saying.
Hollywood likes
You're
to-
defensive.
Yeah,
I need you
Hollywood
to
likes to
understand.
talk out about 2 Negroes at a time. All right, let me explain this to you. They had Kevin Hart, but he's
Explain
been
this.
caught cheating twice. So it's a
Kevin
little-
Hart did all
I
the
understand
Peacock
that. I
Olympic thing
understand
with
that, but
Keenan
it
Thompson.
slowed down at one point for him. Keenan Thompson, also one of those Negroes. Anywhere next to
Yeah, where'd he
I'm
come
saying
from?
Yeah,
they were
I-
doing
all
this
that wasn't that
stuff on
special.
Peacock
But let me get. But let
right
me.
now.
All that
Well,
wasn't
I
that
understand
special.
that, but I'm saying there's music world ones. You notice for about an 8-year stretch, right before we saw Snoop with Martha, we saw Jamie Foxx and Common everywhere. Common was freestyling. He was doing movies with Queen Latifah. This man was outside doing everything. Snoop came in, it was over. We ain't seen Common bust a move in about 3 years.
So you're saying that like pre-Martha, this was like Snoop's path?
She made him wholesome,
Snoop
and she's the villain. She's
made
the
him
criminal.
wholesome.
To white audiences. Lex,
The Midwest
he's
isn't
a
afraid of
common
Snoop Dogg
conversation
anymore.
in our.
Snoop-
I didn't think we would get here. 2-hour pod. Go ahead.
Snoop is the most famous rapper on the planet.
Yes, and I
Rap
think,
is now the
Why?
forefront of
yeah, 100%.
pop.
No,
Why?
no, let him
Music.
cook.
No,
Let him cook.
okay,
No,
go ahead,
he's making a good point. He's
All
making
right.
a good point.
He's the most famous rapper on the planet. Rap is now the top genre on the planet. Also, I'm not saying that Martha and all that shit didn't help with certain things, but he's always been this guy.
He was top 5 before the Martha
Once he
thing.
beat
I
that
agree.
murder charge, he's like, all right, cool, I could go be me.
And that's another.
He's never stopped. He sea-walked at the Super Bowl, and then the camera caught him early. He smoked a blunt right before he went on stage on the biggest performance in the world.
That's post Martha though. That's post.
That's
That's what I was about to argue.
He would have did it anyway.
No one else can do that but
No, I'm
him.
saying he's not changed. It's not Martha changed him. He's
No,
doing the
100%.
same shit.
They-
He's
she-
still Long
Wait,
Beach.
wait, wait, wait,
He's
wait,
still
wait,
dressed
wait, wait,
crazy.
wait, wait,
No, we don't-
wait,
I don't
wait.
think he's
that
changed.
changes the perception. We're seeing it right now with our presidency. If I told you 7 years ago that Kamala Harris was going to run for president, you'd be like, huh, that's fucking a joke.
what's
But
funny?
the fact that she rode with Joe Biden and got to ride his coattail, like it changed people's perception.
I don't think it's 100% serious what he's saying, but to the point of what you're saying, like he hasn't changed. I'm with you. I don't really think he's changed, but I did hear someone say something that I think was very telling. Ghetto is, they call things ghetto that they can't profit off of. Now, what Snoop Dogg does, like he's in the eyes in front of everybody. It's profitable. Weed's legal. He can move around a little different. So before in the early 90s and the 2000s, what he was doing was ghetto. He's a criminal. But now because times have changed a little bit and they can profit off of Snoop Dogg, oh, he's fun loving. He's wholesome.
but that's
Like,
why-
And he stayed out of trouble
But-
since the Martha shit.
But that's why I wanted to know what you meant by that guy.
no, that guy just means
Olympics?
like he's not a token black
No.
guy, but he's
Even the Corona commercials don't fit the mold. That's like ghetto, profitable ghetto. Like he's saying, those Corona commercials only fit him.
He's been profitable since
I wouldn't watch it if Lil Yachty was on it. Maybe the younger generation would.
Death Row sold 100 million records in California alone.
In 1998.
That's what I'm trying
He's
to
been
tell you.
profitable the whole time.
No.
You have to attest for these last 12 years, bro.
Hey, but also, profitable and marketable are very two different things.
Marketable?
Like
Snoop has the greatest anticipation.
The people that fuck with him and the Martha
Stewart
Stewart audience,
of music though.
Yeah, they don't know his albums.
But
you just sat here and said, wait a minute. You just sat here and said,
catapult him to be able to do all this
But now
other
the
shit.
music is not enough. You just said right now that your personality has to do it. And at some point, he became that guy personality-wise. That wasn't him.
When Snoop Dogg did Starsky and Hutch in like 2004, this wasn't on like, we didn't think this was the trajectory, let's be honest here. When Snoop Dogg
maybe I just had a different vision for him.
Or us him, because you met him in gangster rap.
But
you're happy for him. I get it. I'm not mad at that.
None of this is surprising to me. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not surprised either. I'm just asking, when did he become that guy?
I don't think it's surprising in real time because we've seen the growth be very natural and over time. But I do think if you were this age in 2000 as someone who still loved hip hop, like as much as you do now, I don't think 2000s grown you would be like, oh yeah, Snoop Dogg's he's gonna get paid $9 million to go to the Olympics, have a cooking show with Martha Stewart, who's a criminal, and then do all this other stuff. I don't really think that was like in the cards because he is the first one to do it. I don't think you can say the trajectory because all the other guys who are elder statesmen in hip hop that make that type of money are still either they're not as visibly they're not as visibly approachable. Like Jay-Z, you can't get to as much. The guy, little nasty boy, Diddy, he's a little bit more outside. He was moving and grooving a little bit more, but like 50 Cent's outside, but you can't really, he's not a man of the people in that sense. He's an online presence. Like Snoop Dogg is like having little leagues and doing all this other stuff. He was very accessible. I think that makes it different than all the other guys. So you can't be like, oh, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. When everybody else in his age bracket who's getting money like him, no one can get to. He's the only one.
But he's been that way forever. So seeing all this happen
that is true.
Makes sense to me.
But everybody else who's been accessible, who's his age group, is not getting money.
So you don't think that there's a crossover at some point?
Oh, there was always a crossover.
He's a household name now.
But the Chronic was a crossover. He's been crossed over. How
many albums did it sell?
The Chronic?
Yes.
At least 4.
6, 7, 8 million?
How many people are in the United States?
At that time, like 250?
Well, that's a big deal, bro. Because now I can tell you right now that there's more people that know him from other things than they know him from his music.
But that's every
there's
artist
probably 10
is more
million
famous
people
than
that
album.
know Snoop Dogg for his personality and being on movies.
Michael Jackson
that won't go listen to the Chronic is my point.
Michael Jackson sold 100 million records.
Or
you don't think 7 billion people know him?
No, but I'll say so. I think to Snoop's defense, I think this is actually very good. Like he's also branded himself generationally. Like he does stuff with the little kids. There are children who can recognize Snoop Dogg.
That's where the crossover comes from.
Because he has books, he does the voiceover work a lot of times.
But he's been that guy the whole time.
I don't think Snoop was always for the kids.
He's always had books, children's books when he was making.
I'm saying
when he did Gin and Juice, he had a children's book series.
Once he got,
that's what you're telling me.
I'm saying once he got off of that murder charge and he left Death Row and started doing his own thing.
It's a rebrand.
Got with Master P and all that.
How many years before Martha is that?
His personality
20
has been this. He's been this guy the whole time.
But you have to. But here's the thing: though, you have to get the.
He's done features for everybody. He's put on for his city.
That's not the same. You're arguing something that's completely different.
But it starts in the music, and then you start branching off based on your personality.
No, he's a fucking unicorn. You're acting like there's a roadmap to what he just did.
He's been a unicorn. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying. When did he become one? He didn't just come out a unicorn. The man just beat a murder case. You know what I mean? That's not a unicorn. That's when you become a unicorn. Like, yo, he beat that. Ray Lewis became a unicorn after his shit.
Hey, it's been a great week, guys. 3 cheers to all our 3 cheers.
Man.
You know, CP
you gonna make me
into the
change
summer.
my fucking outro.